Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Sharp Talk podcast. I'm Tom Hosang, as you guys know, aka Tom Hosang Outdoors on YouTube. You can find me at Tom Hosang Outdoors on Instagram. I'm joined today by my co-host Alex, where you can find him at Alex's Knife Box on YouTube. And he's smiling at me now because I didn't say that now that he finally has a YouTube.
Finally.
Also joined, or you can find him on Instagram. What was it? Alex_Knifebox.
That's it.
Also joined by Steve, aka Super Steel Steve on YouTube. You can find him at Chef Kalari on Instagram.
Or the latest episode of Blue Collar Survival.
Exactly.
I was laughing. I didn't even know that was there. I was laughing all the way through, and then my name popped up, and then my coffee came out.
And our special guest for this week is BJ Hill. BJ, if you guys are in the knife community on Facebook specifically, or even Instagram nowadays, you'll see him pop up. He's on, just about everything if you guys have been there for long enough. BJ and I have been buddies for about a year and a half now, met through a trade and through all that. He's been friends with Alex for a while, correct?
Yep.
And through YouTube and all that good stuff, he's became friends with Steve. I feel bad for you, BJ. I'm sorry that you had to meet Steve.
You did, yeah.
Hey, it's long overdue, man. We talk about BJ almost every episode.
We do. He comes up all the time.
He's like part of the podcast.
Yeah, he's like shadows.
That's why last week I'm like, we gotta have BJ.
He's like a ghost member of the podcast at this point. You always hear about him, you just never see him.
He knows who he is. Now you can put a face to the chin, unless you
You can put a beard name.
beard, chin, and Yeti.
All right, boys. What's everybody carrying today? We'll start off with BJ.
I got the Freak and a bailout or Anthem.
You got my Anthem.
Got your Anthem.
You've been carrying it a lot?
Got M4 real hard. It might break. I don't know. But that's what I've got. And I've got a GC06 thanks to Tom.
How are you liking that one?
That's a nice knife.
I do dig that one a lot, the little Warncliffe.
Pemberton?
Yep, Pemberton.
Okay.
Daddy, guess what?
Yeah, I bought that one when it first came out, the white muslin micarta.
Daddy, guess what I'm jumping?
You dig it?
What was that?
Daddy, guess what I'm jumping in?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
You dig that 6? You dig that little Pemberton?
Yeah, I got those 6 off of Tom.
It's a sweet little size.
It's the Coke bottle pattern or whatever.
Yeah.
DJ, hold it for me.
It's the exclusive. It's got M390.
Run at 52 HRC.
Then it holds the egg longer. That Lion Steel Special.
Right.
That.
Daddy, guess what I'm jumping in?
What do you got, Alex?
So I got the Caswell Millet produced morphine karambit.
The last thing I expect Alex to pull out.
Yeah, right.
Bit, bro.
It finally arrived from March of last year. This thing finally landed. I'm gonna do a video on it. It's interesting.
They heard us. That's why they heard you bitching.
Hey, that's what I said because we talked about it last podcast, and then like 2 days later, I got my shipping label. Hey, by the way, it's coming.
I feel like Shane's listening.
Send that out.
Yeah, they actually I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and Joe Caswell and Millet chimed in on it. I pretty much told them like, hey, it's really cool. It's very interesting. I think it's one of the most like it's a lot better than what I expected. I mean, it's extremely smooth. The detent for deployment is perfect. It's just big. It's huge. I mean, this thing is, when it's folded up, I'll show you right here when you see it in my palm. I mean, it's just a big old thing. And I mean, would I want to carry this every day as a knife? So if you look at the hawk bill on the blade, it's actually quite nice done. It's not too hooked, like some karambits are like all the way like this.
Yeah.
This one's got like kind of a usable edge, which is kind of cool.
I want to bust that bitch out and peel an apple and like fucking the park. Just, you want an apple? Alex, I got a question for you about that knife.
Please.
Will it kill?
Huh?
I said it'll cut, but will it kill?
Oh, it will kill.
That's
Yeah.
that guy's name?
Doug Markita's getting one of these.
Are you serious?
That Doug Markita should get one of these.
That guy, yeah, that guy. Will it cut? Will it kill? Guy.
Yeah, Doug Markita, like he's a master with these things. The guy from Forge and Fire, for those who you don't know, he's one of the judges. He's a Kali martial artist, and he's got a school in New York, and it's pretty well known. And he loves karambits. I think he likes small stuff. I don't think he likes a big old one like this. Like he usually has like a blade like this big, and then just a slight curl with a ring on it, a fixed blade. That's what he usually carries. I think he designed it.
What when it's closed, how tall is it? Because it looks huge, that dimension. It doesn't look super long.
It looks like you have a Coke bottle in your pocket. It looks,
Well, I haven't actually measured it yet. I guess I could, but I'll do that later in the video. But it's like it's a pretty good handful. I mean, it takes up like a good half of my palm, as you can see, and I have like medium large hands. So the spacing on the ring is kind of far away, like it's a thick ring compared to other karambits, because I have a couple other ones. To use this thing like a brass knuckle, no way. This is like a major hot spot, the back of the blade. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's, so if a cop thinks they're going to be able to like, I mean, I guess you could do it, but it doesn't contour the back of your hand. It's just rounded.
I'm sorry, Alex, I feel like if a cop gives you shit for that, it being used as a brass knuckle is not what he's looking for.
Right.
Your weapon mass destruction is more his game.
What I'm saying is there's a lot of karambits. The cool thing about a lot of karambits is you can use them as like a brass knuckle and not necessarily deploy them, because then it's just a straight scale with a blade on the inside. So you have a nice, comfortable brass knuckle if you need to use it, and you don't want to be lethal about it. And then you deploy the blade if you decide you're gonna, shank somebody.
See, you learn me, Alex. I didn't know it doubled as a if you don't want to get lethal about it option.
It does.
I thought it was just like Terminator, like we're gonna fuck somebody up. Feel like if you just want to like break something instead of stab something, you can use a karambit. As I was just educated, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you rather me punch you with this ring, or would you rather me with this hook?
Well, that's your option. You're the attacker. That's your option.
No. Which one would you rather receive?
Oh, the punch. I got a fucking head. I'll take the punch all day.
See, me too. Me too. So,
I got a big head.
But talking about this thing, I mean, I'll describe it as an engineering feat. I mean, this is really well engineered. It's very well tuned. The coating seems really strong on it. I don't think it's going to wear out fast. It does rock a 3V blade. That's pretty cool, right? Toughness.
Heat treated by Benchmade.
No, it's
No.
mine's a karambit now too.
Yeah, it sure looks like it.
Here, hold on. There we go.
And another thing about other karambits that I've bought in the past compared to this, the edge is actually really nice and sharp on this one. So good job there, because a lot of times they seem to have a hard time sharpening these things to really, cut. But it's really well done. I'm not gonna say this knife isn't well done. It's just a little bulky, I guess, is the only thing that I'm gonna mention. However, it does for its size. If you look at the pocket clip, if you hit the tab on top, the pocket clip will actually take it all the way down so that this is pretty much all you're gonna see hanging out of your pocket. Whereas traditional karambits have the whole ring sticking out. So that's pretty cool.
Alex, did you buy a KME?
Yes, I have one.
You had the jewel stick for it?
The which one?
Jewel stick?
Oh, to do like serrated stuff and
Oh,
No, it's for karambits. It's like a curved stone.
no, I haven't bought that yet.
You're going to need that.
Yeah. Well, if it's anything like the bailout, I guess I'm gonna need it, huh?
Yeah,
That jewel stick is sweet.
it is. I've used it. It's nice.
The only thing I didn't like, it's kind of funky to hold on to because there's no real edges to the handle. You're basically just holding onto the stone.
Right, but it does do its thing. It's three-sided. It's got coarse, fine, coarse, fine, extra fine, I think.
Is it like 200, 600, 1,000 or something like 200, 600, 1,200?
I think you're right.
I need one in my life.
Yeah, they're badass.
Yeah. Yeah, you could use them freehand too, bro.
Yeah.
It's a little 6-inch stick.
I do it all the time. I hold everything in my for pocket knives. I hold everything in my hand. So if it's big, I can use it.
Yeah, you could do it. I know you could do it.
Truthfully, I don't even really carry karambits that much, so I carry them.
Get out there and stand at a tree or something. Shit.
I carry them once in a while just for fun, but this was more of something I bought because I really liked the way it was engineered and it was fascinating.
Definitely. It's a very cool piece.
And it's going to be worth a lot of money because I don't think he's making any more. There's 781 of them, and that's it. We're talking about making a second run before, but it doesn't seem like he's going to. So
yeah, hold on a second. That's how you know that yours got made after the podcast because who makes 781? They made 780. You bitching on the podcast?
No. The sales were done before these were ever sold. You paid for it up front. So I paid for this March of last year.
They miscounted.
So if you bought one,
I can see that.
You know how Kickstart works, right, Steve?
Yeah.
Kickstart, you get a bunch of people back in your project, and then it ends on a certain date, and then that's it. So that's what this is. This is a Kickstart project. So it was like 781 or 82 people got into this thing, and I posted pictures on Instagram. I already have the guy who bought my Millet, my Orbit. He's already asking me to buy it, and I'm like, if everything has a price, but I mean, I don't think I would want to sell this thing for less than $1,000. I paid $450 for it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not replaceable, right? So
Exactly. Get your money, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve. So what are you carrying? Because we know it's not that broken bailout.
What are you talking about? I've been rocking this bailout all week.
Have you really?
On Instagram, man. Come on. I had this Hinderer. I carry this thing a lot. My Fatty. And I've been carrying this guy today. This is on loan from Lee. Huh?
That's awesome. I love that knife.
This thing is weird. From Lee over at Bama Knife Guy on Instagram. He needs to be on this damn channel with us.
Oh, we'll get him.
This little
How
show.
thick is that behind the edge?
Huh?
How thick is that Techno behind the edge?
Oh, thick as fuck. Hold on. No, this thing is
It can't be that thick, dude. The original was really thick then.
fuck you. Dude, this you can see the gap between my fingers. Hold on.
No
This
way.
Whoa, this thing's like an elephant dick. Hold on. This is, I'd say, maybe 16 degrees per side.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. Let's see. He's sharpened this. I haven't sharpened it yet. zero out these high-tech calipers. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. 27 thousandths behind the edge.
Yeah, I mean, that's about right. That's what that drunken is that I'm picking up.
That's good.
Damn.
Dude, it's made in Taiwan. What is the factory in Taiwan's full of Thai women, and they pray for thick dicks because all those Thai guys got little dicks. So that's why everything's thick. This thing is, man. What is this thing at the spine? Hold on. Yeah, it's 134 thousandths at the spine, and 27 thousandths behind the edge.
That's thinner than the other one, right?
Yeah, dude, what the hell was the original one then?
I don't fucking know. It
was bigger than that.
This thing's a chode.
For all you guys listening, that's a Techno 2 he's talking about.
Yeah, I got a Techno 2 in my hand. Is what I got from Lee. Lee sent it to me to try out. It's so small. I don't know. It's like it's in a weird spot. Like, all right, like here's a dragonfly. It's like just bigger than the dragonfly, right? But just smaller than like
Paradelica.
Yeah, it's like in a weird. I don't know. I like it. I hated it when I first saw it. It sent it in the mail. I was like, this thing sucks. I hate it. Well, here's the thing. All right, look. You see how here? I'll show you how fucking thick this thing is. Right?
Oh, I know.
All right, so you see, like this has got the same wire clip, the Dragonfly. So you can grab this all day, right? No problem. Because of how thick this bitch is. When you put this in your hand, watch this. I'll probably be able to show you on camera. Watch this. Can you see the dent right there?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, from this fucking pocket clip. So when you squeeze this little bitch, like you go to doing something, look, it just digs into your hand, man. Digs. I went and tore up a 2x4, one of those ones I broke when I was doing the bailout test, and I was cutting on it for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and you feel it right there.
So at this point, I've had all three of the Swift Spyderco designs. At one point, I had all three together. I had the Bowie, I had the Chef, and I had the Techno. And the Techno was the only one I really didn't like that much at all. It was just, I don't know, it's in a weird space, one of those little knives that's way too thick, way too big.
Let me do it.
The one I do want to try is the McBee, that little tiny thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I dig this knife. Don't get me wrong. It's just weird. It's weird. It's like fat, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this bitch. But then when you go to squeeze it, it kind of hurts. I'm like, why? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I don't. That's the only part I don't get. I dig it.
I fixed that problem with the clip that I got on mine. Mine's all crowned. The clip, the green clip.
Oh yeah, you got a milled clip.
Oh yeah, you got the milled clip. Yeah, this one, because this clip is usually comfy. That wire clip, I like the wire clip. It's just because it's so fat. It's a chode. It's so fucking fat. You go to squeeze this thing. It's just right there, like right in the bone. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe, and it doesn't bother me that much, but my hands are beat up from the kitchen. Like if you don't, you know what I mean? If your hands aren't as like, because mine are kind of calloused from the heat. If you don't have that, man, that would, like if you got normal hands, if you got normal ass hands, this shit's gonna hurt. Like it's gonna dig right into that spot. Or I'm just a big fat pussy, which is totally entirely possible as well. I mean, that could totally be a thing.
All right. The only thing I got is the large and Cosi for like week 3 or 4 now in a row.
Where's the native?
What's your name?
Oh, the native? Right there.
Right
next to me. I just haven't been carrying it as much.
Maximum experience, bitch. You committed.
Listen, bro, I got an episode of that going up tonight. Okay?
I've been carrying it.
Bro, I've been using it plenty. I use it. I've carried it to work. I only carry it 1 or 2 days a week. I carry it to work on the days we get shipments in where we actually have to cut shit. And then I realized that it was going to take forever to get to the next episode by just doing that. So I literally cut 400 feet of cardboard here at home the other night just to try and dull the fucker. And I barely got there.
I'm just saying, Tom, you said you're going to carry it for 6 months. I'm one of your subscribers. Don't let me down. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, it's been 3. It's been 3.
I'm a subscriber. Alex is a subscriber. Don't let us down, Tom.
Listen here, Steve. Listen here. I've done plenty of research on the steel already. It's not done with. I'm just saying I need a little bit of a break.
Just commitment. Okay.
I'll send you a Mannix Maximat so you can carry it for a little while. There's a break.
I'd be cool with that.
And for those of y'all watching this or listening that don't know, BJ took his Mannix 2 Maxima and sent it off to Kurt, and it came back at, what was it, 69?
69.1.
69.1. There is a very good possibility that BJ is carrying the hardest production knife in the world at this very moment in his pocket. And BJ has not been ginger with it. If anyone wants to see a video, so does he. There it is. BJ literally beat it into wood with a ball peen hammer.
Yeah.
So for anyone listening to this that doesn't want to get Maxima because they think it's going to shatter, it won't.
It's either episode 2 or episode 3 of the Maxima experience. I got clips of him just absolutely ripping on that thing.
He was cutting tires. What were you cutting tires open with it? He was hacking open. He wrapped a couple pieces of wood with a bunch of like 100-pound zip ties and was like right through.
There'll be some more. I'm gonna do some more tests with it too.
He's like, I kind of think I'm gonna break the handle before I break the
Yeah, man.
Very impressive.
That shit.
Very impressive.
That shit is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite steel so far that I've ever tried. It's awesome.
It surprises me every time I do something different with it, man. Every time.
By the time this goes live, I mean, my video will be up, but just how well it straps back is incredible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was just telling BJ about that last night. I was going to try and make him wait till the video, but he texted me last night and he goes, "You ever try and strap this stuff and then like the little micro serrations go away?" I'm like, "Bro, how the fuck did you know I was going to put in my video?"
Same shit, man. Experience and same shit.
It's so cool.
People get scared of it, man. They get scared of it and they think it's gonna break. They can't sharpen it, or it's gonna.
If more people would try it, they'd throw some of this other shit away. I promise.
100%.
Absolutely.
Steve, Justin wants to know what you're drinking.
Justin?
Yep.
I just took a shot of some turkey, my fave. Well, this is 80. It's not my favorite. The 101 is my favorite, but I have a 3-hour podcast to get through, and I don't want to start cussing y'all out, so I have the regular. And I'm drinking Founder's Dirty Bastard. I went and picked that up before I came to do the podcast. Oh, look at BJ. BJ's rocking the BCS.
Lee said until my native and Maximate gets tested, then mine will be the hardest.
Lee's head is the hardest. That's about the only thing hard on Lee's is head. Love you, Lee. He's got that now. He's got my 25 right now. Watch, he's gonna go outside and stick it into a tree and pull on it till it busts in half.
He's gonna pound it into a tree and then use it to climb up the tree.
Yeah, he will. He'll be like, "Oh, what's hard now, bitch? Snap!" The beer. Woo!
All right. Has anybody acquired any new knives recently?
I bought one today.
We know you did.
Alex.
No.
So this is a weekly experience.
Yes. Well, I bought the tough knives, right? And then I also bought. Well, I got the karambit, and then that freaking Jeff Park bones actually finally showed up, so that's pretty cool. That's a pretty neat little steak knife, and I'm gonna do a video on it.
Nice.
And probably maybe sell it. I don't know. Good knife. I'm just, I'm not gonna sell it because it sucks. I'm just gonna sell it because I think I don't need it. But
yeah, that's not my style of knife at all.
I don't know, man. I'm still. I say I want to sell it, but I kind of don't. What a cool. I mean, this thing in your pocket it just disappears. It's pretty. And then I bought a, which I'm even more excited. Nothing high end, but I bought a Manly Peak.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So that I'm excited about.
Did you go with 12C27 or S90V on that one?
Well, I wanted the green G10, and I'm always, form over function. So another S90V one.
Oh!
Yes.
It's okay, Steve. He'll be okay.
No!
Wow. So
Nothing.
I just got news here. This is live on the podcast from the Reddit Discord that someone said I placed 3rd overall in Nick's reviewer contest.
Hell
That's pretty-
yeah, man.
That's pretty badass.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
good.
You're the second loser. Good job.
Hey, my Hinder video didn't do too bad, huh?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Was that the video that you used?
I submitted that.
That kid's awesome. I do this shit.
That's pretty
Hell
badass.
yeah.
There was like 50 people there.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
I'm glad to hear
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congrats, bro.
Stop,
Congrats.
stop. Everyone, stop with the participation award. He lost.
Fuck you, Steve. Not all of us can have 1,000+ subscribers.
Look, man, I'm just saying he lost.
Listen. I don't have the personality that you have to gain subscribers. I just gotta do it with facts, bro.
And
Did you say personality?
Yeah.
facts and science.
Yeah,
Yes,
facts and science. Science,
Science.
bitch.
Science. Yes. Ready? Here's some science for you right here. There's some science. There's some science for you right there. That's science for you. Yeah, I got personality. Yeah. The dude that screams balls and drinks too much during his episodes. Then
That's
he forgets how to do that.
Listen, that's what people like. There's too many people on YouTube nowadays that act so professional. You're different.
People love it, man.
if
People love it.
If you say so.
My favorite part is when Steve cuts the ball, the drawn balls, with
Like
a knife.
just did.
That's my favorite part.
Can we take a minute and just talk about how good Justin Blue Collar Survival's video was today? Just
It
how
was.
he shit the entire night. Like, he shit on the whole knife community at once.
He
By
did.
happening.
That was an
Listen.
awesome video.
It was so good.
If
I
you
need
shit,
lots of-
if you shit on everybody, nobody can get offended.
It was awesome. It had me fucking the 14-year-old. Why is there a hole in the blade? Do you have front flipper bearings?
I like the Spyderco one when the guy's like,
I'll just wait.
It's gonna be a few days. Oh, I can wait.
He's like, I'm just gonna wait. He pulls up a chair. He's like, just gonna wait right here.
All right. So I actually have a little bit more about the results of that. Daddy-O EDC won.
Oh, woo! Go Daddy-O!
Banner got second in
wow.
in preparation. So there was different like categories, I guess.
Blade Banner or Banner 24/7?
Banner 24/7.
Wow!
I got third in video quality and third in covering good and bad aspects. That's pretty cool. That's really sweet that he covered all the different aspects and shit like that. It wasn't just, first, second, third. There was good things and bad things for everybody.
It's
Nah,
cool.
it's like,
Blue.
nah. I think it should have just had a first, second, third place. That's bullshit.
Exactly. They should have just had a first place.
No.
Here's
There,
one, you all lost.
Overall.
there was first, second, third, like, overall. And then you had, like, your own little categories. Unless you guys are just being dickheads and don't want to...
We're being dickheads, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Tom, I'm here to support you and your celebration of loss. Is what
Thank
I'm doing.
you. Thank you.
I'm here to celebrate your losing.
I'm going to print my own participation trophy later.
If you ain't first, you're last.
I'm patting you on the back, Tom, right here. Here's my pat on the back.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
I
Hey,
love
where
you.
do you think Steve would have ended in that contest?
And fucking last. Review knives. Yeah, it would've been 4-second videos. This
Hey,
stuff.
man. Hey, man. Listen, doesn't Nick follow you?
Yes.
So, yeah, Nick, you would have been first. Automatically.
I don't review knives. I don't do reviews.
True. I don't do many either. I do one, here and there.
Jump
I
knife.
don't have any reviews to submit, huh? What do you say?
I
Tom,
actually like the
Jump
one.
knife.
I like
fingers.
Steve's top. Last week I watched Steve's top 5 knives, or top 6, excuse me, top 6. And then it freaking made me laugh because he's like, he had his hands up. He's like, now I look like, like all of you.
You know what's funny? You said that. My girl told me that. I think that video's got the either the most or one of the most views out of all the videos I've done.
Really?
Yeah.
The video. It was fun.
And it has the most thumbs down.
You know what's funny though? I actually like your chef's knife portion even better than the other knives that you recommended. Like I took that part really seriously.
I've had a bunch of guys ask me to do
Be
chef
right
knives.
back.
That was pretty rad. I like that. That first knife you showed, the first chef knife with the nice point. What was that? It had a Japanese name on it. Yeah. Now I want one.
It's a cool knife. It makes a really nice. Its main function is for breaking chickens, breaking poultry. But if you, I use that thing at work for just as like a paring knife. You know what I mean? It's a good little knife. It's a good knife, and you can get it for cheap. You can get it for like $50.
Yeah.
I think the one I have was like $60. I got used.
Yeah, that was a good video. I really enjoyed that one.
I think that knife you saw in the video, I've probably broken like 2,000 chickens with that knife.
Wow.
Like literally 2,000 chickens. So many birds, little birds into pieces, like KFC. They started, and now they're pieces. Well, a lot of chickens for that knife.
This episode's been a clusterfuck so far.
Which
is okay.
Target.
It's been fun.
It's on target. This is what we do.
Exactly. We do this kind of shit for 3 hours.
Yes, exactly what we do. We have 7. What did you say? How many people watch? 700?
Yeah, we had 700 and something viewers, and right now we got 6 live. 6, count them. I can't even fit that all in one hand.
BJ's got a big, gnarly-looking knife. What is that?
The El Chete.
Top El Chete.
El Chete?
Wow.
Check out the sheath.
Oh, that thing's so sick.
What is that, like snake skin and orange camo? Oh, it's an EC? It's an SE?
No, this is the tops.
Tops.
I've never seen that. El Chete. Anything that sounds exotic, I'm in. I want an El Chete.
They're
Get
nice.
Can I test it, Tom?
Can you? Would you say? Can you test it?
Maybe. Did you say no?
Only if you chop your Maximum Mannix with it.
No, it's BJ's now.
Listen, well, BJ's got to do it then. I'm sure he will at some point.
We'll
He's
try.
not Max and a half.
No, just the blade.
No. What? No. What's wrong with you?
Toughness test, bro. Toughness. Listen, if you can break a bailout in half, we can do this.
I do a lot of things. Do I look like the type of guy that would destroy a blade?
Considering your last video where you broke 2, yes.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Look, none of those old fucking NRA rednecks got mad at me about breaking knives in half, did they?
Nope. Listen.
Maybe because it was a Benchmade?
Listen, you've only done one toughness test like that, and you're batting 66% right now on broken blades.
I am. I'm straight up. Yeah, it's not looking good. Emerson, baby. Emerson all day.
Okay, Steve, listen, I've never wanted an Emerson, and I watched your video, I'm like, son of a bitch.
I want an Emerson now.
Well, and then I watched the edge retention test, I'm like, I don't want an Emerson, never mind.
Want an Emerson.
For what I use it for, I don't need it.
You could have sold some Emersons if you'd left that part out.
Yep.
You could have sold some Emersons if you'd have left that edge retention part out.
Oh man, I'm telling you, dude. Well, because I did the edge retention before I did the toughness test. Because look, I picked the Emerson, right? Because it's a hard use knife, but it's the same size. But I legitimately thought I was gonna break it. Like I had every intention to break that Emerson. On my daughter, I swear to God, I was like, I'm gonna break both these motherfucking knives. Watch this. And I kept prying. It was just like snap, 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 and it just wouldn't fucking break. I was like, all right, you win. You win everything. I thought I could break that thing in half, man.
Justin said he was number 8 overall, but that was before Sales Guy was created.
He was never
Number 8 overall, but that was before Sales Guy was created.
before Sales Guy.
I told him to go to 1 after that.
I love Sales Guy. Sales Guy's my buddy, man.
Everything Justin does is fucking gold. I'm just glad Justin started doing that because that's Justin. I'm on a group chat with Justin. I've got to talk to Justin. The Sales Guy shit, the stuff you saw him do today, that's Justin. That's Justin. So when you see him do that on the videos, that's Justin being Justin is what it is. Like he did the reviews before, but now he's like letting himself come out. You know what I mean? It's like it's fun, man, because Justin's a cool fucking dude.
Here's the funny part about the whole Sales Guy thing too, is it's all so true. Working in a knife shop, I know all of those guys. Dude, when he was talking about the guy who just wants the cheap knife, I get that all the time. They're like, "What's the cheapest one you got?" I'm like, "It's this $8.99 Smith & Wesson." They're like, "I don't know, that's a little too much."
Actually, Sales Guy's name is Tom. It's actually based off you, Tom.
It should be.
DJ, what'd you say?
They'll hand you a knife and it'll be like you can see shiny spots all the way up and they'll say it's still pretty sharp.
Yes, that's exactly what I texted. I texted BJ today. I had someone come in and he's like, "How do I sharpen this?" So I kind of like ran him through on a stone, just real quick. This is how you sharpen it. I'm not gonna sharpen it because your edge is fucked, so it's gonna take me forever. And I'm like, "Yeah, it could take up to an hour or something." He goes, "Holy shit." I'm like, "Well, I mean, looking at your edge," he goes, "Yeah, it doesn't really need it. It's pretty sharp." And the edge was one big shiny spot. I'm like, dude, I couldn't even cut myself if I wanted to.
Dude, look, most guys, you sell guns at your shop too, right?
Definitely.
Okay, most gun dudes that own knives are just like that, man. They're not nerdy sharpening guys like you or me or BJ. No. You see some of those guys, man. Bro, the back of this knife is sharper than their knife. I hammer it through shit too. They'll be like, "Man, it's plenty sharp. Watch this," and they'll be pulling up on a strap, pop, and it just fucking breaks. Told you, look, it's fine. It's good to go. Stick it back. You're like, "All right, man, that's fine. You got that." They're pulling out like a river rock, and they're like, "Yeah, watch this. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good to go. Look,
that's like
coffee cup."
Yep, that's what my girlfriend's dad. If he's watching this, he handed me a knife at a family event the other day, and it was he goes, "Yeah, I sharpened this on my grinder. It's pretty darn sharp."
Oh,
and I ran my finger across it. It was sharp for being sharpened on a grinder, but it wasn't sharp.
He's probably feeling the burr.
I know. Yeah. He goes, "I'm gonna have you sharpen it for me sometime." No, I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah. He took the words out of my mouth. It was the burr. He sits there on the.
Yep.
And they do this. They go, "Yep, that's sharp, right there.
Yep.
That's it. My finger, it's good to go."
Well, he's old school. He does that, and then he sharpens on sandstone. Like a flat piece of sandstone. Hang on. I got a piece of it up here that he gave me. Hang on.
What is he, fucking Moses? Dance?
Fucking Moses.
Does he count his money on an abacus too?
Look.
Man, that's a piece of concrete.
This is a piece of sandstone, bro.
That's a piece of concrete.
No.
That's
works.
Out.
That's field sharpening, Tom. Like last week's
episode. Drywall.
Here's some field sharpening for you right here.
Hey, BJ. Remember that giant cleaver I was talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, shows that.
Hang on. Let me back up.
That's like medieval
What in the
shit.
world is that?
This is a cleaver. I'm gonna restore this bad bitch.
To what?
What do
we'll
with
see. I can get 2 hands on that thing.
That's what she said.
What in the world? What do you do with that? You don't split meat with that, do you?
Man, heads with that thing.
Hang on.
Oh man,
Listen,
they bought that wall.
No. we're gonna do this. We're gonna do some measurements on this bad boy. Let's see what this comes in at.
Look, I have been cooking professionally for 7 years. There is no kitchen in the world that has a two-handed cleaver.
Hey, I'm not saying there is. This is for splitting wood at this point.
That ain't splitting wood. That's for splitting bodies, bro. That's some Dexter shit.
So here's the measurements. 0.2 inches blade stock.
Yes.
You almost said
0.2. So just under a quarter. What do we got behind the edge? Oh boy.
0.2 blade stock. There we go. Behind the edge, thousands.
What'd you say?
80 thousandths.
Are you fucking here? Literally 80 thousandths.
No.
80 thousandths.
No.
Jesus.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nobody tell me I don't know edge geometry.
So we're gonna restore this bad boy and we're gonna see what we can do with it.
Oh, 0.2. Hold on.
0.2 is just under a quarter.
Wait. Like
God.
200.
Like 0.2 inches.
0.2. Like how many hundred thousandths is that?
100? What?
Okay, like you said, 80 thousandths behind the edge. How many at the spine?
That would technically be 200 thousandths.
200 thousandths.
Yes.
Hold on, 200 thousandths down to 80 thousandths. That's like a stick. There's like no taper. It just does this.
Steve, look at it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see on the camera. There is no primary bevel. This is the primary bevel. That whole piece right there.
It's not bevel, bro.
There is no bevel. It literally goes from edge bevel, and this is full thickness.
It's zero grind.
Oh. It's gonna be sick by the time I'm done with it, though.
Can we do a segment like Tom's projects? Look! Alex is over there with this unbelievably slicey blade, just dropping that thing.
Me
Things
too.
like a slick of fillet knife. He's just like, yeah, bitch.
This is my new work knife.
Yeah, it's your new work knife.
Yep, I'm
What
gonna
is-
cut some boxes. That is sick.
Hey, is that a? Hold on, BJ. What is that a
Dexter.
Huh?
Dexter.
Dexter made that?
Yeah. It's
Really?
been modified.
Did you put that swoosh in the back?
I did that.
Oh,
And
okay.
I cut this, and I redid the handle.
For those
That's
of y'all
awesome.
that don't know, BJ's a hell of a modder. He can
Come
do
on.
some shit. No, it looked like Matsubara. They do this what's the name of it? There's a Japanese maker that does that. I can't think off the top of my head. They make chef knives and they do that little swoosh in the back like that. I thought they lost their minds.
I found it online, the design, and just kind of matched it up, you know.
You're like,
It may have been what you're talking about. I don't know. I just found a good picture online and got what I want.
they do this sushi thing on the back. It's like their signature. It works.
That's probably where it come from.
Yeah, it works great because you can get your hand behind it. When you grip it, you can get all your fingers behind it, and you're behind the cutting edge. You're in front of the cutting edge. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, they're badass.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's cool, man.
I dig that. Hey,
So
Tom.
do you guys want to see a cut test with that thing?
Sure. Yeah, I would love to see you struggle.
Because I don't see that thing going well.
What is it even made out of? Like aluminum?
I don't. It's steel of some sort. I'm not sure. We're gonna listen.
Is it mild steel? Is it raw iron? It looks like iron.
Dude, it's old. Well, here's the thing. It was already tried to be restored already by someone else, and they just put like black paint over it, basically.
They gave up for a good reason. They were like, "Fuck this." And they threw it back like it's yours.
There's the actual steel. You see?
Again, are we sure it's steel?
By the weight, it's either steel or lead.
I feel like it's lead. I feel like You're gonna go sterile trying to restore this thing, bro.
Here's the funny thing.
It's heat treated, right?
Do you think this will fit on my Wicked Edge?
No. BJ's like, sure, man, go for it.
Nah, I'll just throw it on the Work Sharp. That's what the Work Sharp's made for.
The work sharp. Oh God.
I like the
You
powered
gotta-
one.
The lead. You need to burn the lead. Look, everybody watch this video and remember Tom what he used to look like. He's sitting there wielding some radioactive lead right now. He's gonna grow a arm by in a week or two.
Right back.
Adam Edge Sharpening says it's made from the bottom of a frying pan.
You said Atomic Edge?
Yeah.
And
And then Justin says send it to Kurt.
yes. You imagine him trying to rock all that thing? He's got
goes,
this big, looks like a saute pan. He's trying to poke a hole in it.
and then Atomic Edge also said send the cleaver to Triple B and ask him to make it into a sheet of paper thin steel.
I don't even think you can.
I got a scale. Hang on, I got a scale right behind me for fishing. I'm gonna weigh this thing because this thing has to be a good 1.5 pounds at least.
I say it weighs 17 ounces.
I think it's more than that, but we'll see.
17.2. Steve's always right. I'll just get as close to him.
Yo, look, BJ just prices righted me. He just did the Price is Right. 17-1, Alex.
I can only read in pounds and ounces. I can't read in tenths of an ounce.
Well, that's a shitty scale.
It's a fishing scale, bro. Holy shit. You want to change your guess?
No, 17 ounces.
2 pounds, 14 ounces.
Wait, how much?
2 pounds, 14 ounces.
Wait, hold on, 60, 32. Jesus Christ, that thing is 48 ounces. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I was off.
Just a little bit.
Justin said 18.6. You guys, this thing may not look that heavy, but Jesus Christ.
Well, we're just compensating because it's next to your head. And you got a little head.
I do.
You got a tiny little head. You know,
I
it makes
do.
it look.
So I'm gonna put a new handle on it. What do you guys think? What kind of handle should I put on there? Should it be something badass like antler or bone or something, or should I do something like stacked wood?
You should wrap it in a garbage bag and then throw it out. Is what you should do.
All right, I'm gonna mute Steve because he's zero help.
Melted garbage bag. 'Cause that's what you do.
Jesus Christ.
Melted trash bag. Hefty bag.
I'm about to mute you, Steve. If you're not gonna help.
I'm contributing. No one else. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. Melted G.I. Joes.
Should we get into the knives to talk about this week?
Yes, but one more thing. I figured out what I'm gonna wrap it in, Steve. I'm just gonna wrap it in broken bailout blades.
Yeah, oh, I got one right
There
here.
you go. There you
Wrap
go.
it around like this. See, it bends like Beckham. Look.
Exactly. It'll work perfectly. I'll just heat it up a little.
Thrones. The hatchet handle of thrones. You know how the throne is like blades. Put the handle together, a bunch of blades.
All right, Alex. Let's get into the knives, and I'll bring them up here on the screen.
All right, get the screen ready, buddy.
Get the screen ready.
All right, let's go to Blade HQ.
Give me
Ooh,
one.
he's telling me where to go. I like that.
Oh yeah,
Take it to Blade HQ.
take that shit to Blade HQ
Yeah, there we go.
right now.
Oh, there we go.
All right, let's look up Heretic Knives ADV Butcher.
Is that a dog?
Hey, look, Steve. Your notification came up. Benchmade Bailout 3V Edge Retention Test.
It came up just now?
Look, yeah, right there.
I can't see anything.
Bottom right.
Yeah, I can't see anything but black.
Slow dots to me right now.
Hang
I
on.
have a blank screen. Is everyone
I
supposed
if I
to?
want to share it. Fine.
Oh, dude.
What's going on, Tom? You got some technical difficulties?
Hey, look at BJ's whole face. I'm gonna screenshot it.
Oh, he screenshotted it.
I'll put it on my wall.
It's a test with a twist.
Where'd he go?
I'm
Where'd
back.
he go? Tom's gone. There we go. We're back.
I'm back. My screen freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. It got rid of it.
Yeah. Freaked out.
That freak's badass, man.
Love it.
I had the original one, and it was a badass knife. You throw some M4 on that fucker, and yeah.
You still got a set of scales sitting at Keen's house, don't you?
Yeah, Kenny Keys riding me about it because I didn't look. It was either my fault or his, but he misunderstood me and made a second set of scales. So now I got to go get a freak so I can have him put them on him.
Can you guys see the screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
The whole point.
So let's go to Heretic. There you go, top one right there, $410. So this is the newest one I've seen. I've seen a couple of these floating around the last year or so every once in a while. It's basically a collaboration between Andre DeVille and Heretic Knives, Anthony Marfione. And it's an automatic butcher is basically what it is. You can even see it's got the frag pattern on it. That's pretty typical.
Even on the button.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good looking. You can tell from the back behind the button on the outer scale that it's just a standard, button lock setup. But I thought this was pretty notable. I mean, it's got the roller on the clip, pretty standard, nice hardware. I like the pivot hardware with the little collar on it, a little bit of blue. And it's interesting because, ADV never does automatics. Heretic, that's his thing. So he pretty much took an ADV knife and turned it into a auto, which is pretty cool.
I dig that little roller clip.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's pretty typical on ADVs. So
That's a cool idea.
It's a 4-inch blade. This is a big knife.
Oh, it looks like it.
Yep. It's a 4-inch blade. Flat grind. Handle's about 5 inches long. Blade width is 1.125 is what it's advertised. Handle thickness is 0.59, so that's pretty expected since it's a big knife and it's an ADV and it's an auto.
Yep.
The carbon fiber is really nice on it. I like how they did that. And basically, we got an aluminum frame on it. So it's not titanium. And it's 5.9 ounces. So
I was just gonna ask, what's the weight?
yeah, it's not that light. But it's
the reason it ain't 8 ounces is because it's aluminum.
Yep.
right.
If it was titanium, that fucker would be over 8.
And I think that's why he did that, which makes sense. The blade steel is S35VN.
Premium.
It's got that classic fuller.
I dig it.
I think it needs to be a little bit hot spotty. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's, I don't know. It looks comfortable enough to me. It looks pretty neutral through here, except for this little hump in the back.
It will have some sharp spots where the in between where the blade goes inside the scales, just right at the edges there. But I mean, I don't know. I don't own one, so typically ADVs have been pretty squared off as far as edges.
Look up here at the top corner, Alex. See how it's chamfered?
Oh, I guess it does look a little bit chamfered.
I don't know.
Good.
This looks beveled off right here on the back too. Whoops. Damn it. Right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I see the carbon fiber protruding out. I don't think it's chamfered that well. That's the only thing I think. But I think it would be definitely a nice knife. Look at the jimping.
We'll talk about that later. That's one of the topics where we're going to hit.
Jimping?
Yes.
Power jimping?
Yeah.
I think that actually would be pretty good. It would be decent traction, and it wouldn't be It wouldn't be digging into your finger like crazy. So
BJ loves jimping.
Hate it.
He loves it. Don't let him lie to you.
Throw it all away.
Throw it.
I think the knife itself has been well executed. I really like the pivot. That's where it shines for me. And I really like the pocket clip. I always love those little rollers on it.
So Atomic Edge just read my mind. He goes, "That seems like a knife you could use like a motherfucker." And he goes, "But it also seems like a knife nobody will use."
Yes.
Yeah.
Send it to me.
Yeah. Steel Steve will use it.
God, look at the blade thickness.
How much?
0.18.
Well, there we go. Now we're talking folders. There we go.
That's almost what that giant cleaver was.
This XM18 Fatty's 0.189. It's almost 0.19.
God.
My SOCOM Elite's 0.19.
Okay, Steve. So what's that fatty behind the edge then?
Behind the edge at 15 degrees. Let's find out. Now it's a Warncliffe. It's a shorter blade. But
I mean, does the blade stock even really matter when we're talking about thickness behind the edge?
no, it just depends on how they grind it.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
But with a hinder or flat grind like that?
Well, this is a saber. This isn't even a flat ground.
True.
So
I'm betting 35.
So,
27.
Hey, since we're talking about thickness,
look at Tom. 35.
Some bitch.
26, yeah.
Since we're talking about thickness behind the edge, I was watching a video with Nero Knives recently, and one thing he mentioned, he wanted to make sure he gets recognized because he said when it comes to thickness behind the edge, it's something that he felt like he came up with before a lot of other people. So, and I like Nero Knives, so I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, good job on that. It's something I watch out for now.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. So,
I 100% agree that he made it. I don't think he came up with it, but he definitely made it popular.
well, yeah, that's. I think that's what he was trying to say, or
Gotcha.
what I was trying to say. But so I'll give him a little shout out because I've been watching his video a lot too.
Vinny
like
is a buddy of mine. Vinny is the one that he didn't coin the term. I think he's just brought a lot of light to the situation of thickness behind the edge is what it was. He took it on his channel. He brought that up a lot. That was kind of his sticking point, is about geometry and whatnot. You know what I mean? That's really his niche. He's been really hammering that for, I don't know, a year at least.
Right. So Nero Knives, thank you for that. I'm learning stuff from you too. And it's something I actually look for when I check my knives. My knives.
Nice.
I think we're done with this ADV.
Yeah, what's the next one?
All right. Next one. Oh, all right. Spyderco Indela.
Fuck that knife.
Let's talk about it.
Fuck that knife. That's what we can talk about.
Lord have mercy.
Fuck that knife.
Let's
So-
fire more shit down everybody's throat.
So yes. So I don't know. I mean, some people have really said that this is something they wanted, something in between a Delica and something between an Endura. I've never held a Delica, and then I have both. I have a Delica.
Consider yourself lucky.
I've never thought to myself, I wish I had a knife in between. But I guess for some people, I guess that fills the niche or whatever you call it. It's $80. That's good.
When the guys that say they want an Indela say that, ask them to video chat you. And I guarantee you every time that you video chat them, they'll have Sal Glesser's cock all the way down their throat. They'll have to pull it out to talk to you. That's why they cut it. No one wanted an Indela. BJ, how do you feel about the Indela?
Fucking stupid.
Thank you. Thank you, BJ. Thank you. Speak for the people.
Spyderco shoving some more shit in everybody's throat.
Thank you. The dumbass knife. No one wanted it. Stupid. It's another $80.
I actually like the Delica just fine. I thought the Delica was a good size for like something like a little pocket knife. And
Have you handled one, Alex?
I own two.
The handle doesn't mesh with me.
Well, the first one I have is the Pack-a-Wood, right?
Okay.
On the Delica?
It's a little thicker handle. I think it makes it a lot more comfortable to use. The other one I have is the car arms one, which is that clipped off blade that looks like almost like a Warncliffe. And I like both of them. I mean, you know, it's not a knife. If I'm gonna use something heavy, I'm not gonna go and reach for a Delica. That's just something I take to work and, you know, do some casual cutting with. It's nothing like I'm gonna, you know, go and break down pallets with.
Yeah. I've got one in my hand right now. It was my first Spyderco because everyone recommended that. And I don't know. It's a great little knife. It carries great. It's thin. It slices well. But the ergos are just so wrong for me. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's because you have baby hands, Tom.
Listen, that's who it should fit.
Baby cocks and baby hands. I mean, you know.
Exactly. Tell him, Alex. That's why you got third place, Tom. Let's understand something real quick.
Damn.
The ergos of a Delica are fine. I will bet anyone listening.
What did you do to that Delica, Steve?
I modified it. This was the Warncliffe with that stupid. All right. So what I did is I flattened the top out. If I wanted to put my finger here. And then if I wanted to choke up, I put a divot like this.
That's actually pretty cool.
I flattened out this right here and made it kind of like a reverse tanto and put a little swedge on it. So just because it's this giant fucking stupid hump. It's dumb. I hate it. I don't know why they don't.
I really
Steve,
like.
I dig that.
I really dig that too.
You did. You took the Spyderco approach and did the function over form thing. It may not look the greatest, but god damn it, it works.
Well, it's
cool.
This hump like this. You want to drop cut? No, Spyderco says that's what they do, but they don't really do form over function. Take this knife and really go like torque down on it. It isn't super comfortable. Neither one of these. I guarantee you, more guys with XL size hands will grab a Delica ergos before they like the Endura. The Endura ergos suck fucking donkey balls. They're the worst ergos of any knife ever. They put all these stupid humps in the wrong spots. You grab it and this one I sanded down actually, if you can see.
The stretch, stretch is pretty comfortable.
Huh?
The stretch is pretty comfortable.
Stretch is comfy. Stretch is what they should have just never done the Endura. They should have done the damn stretch.
I got a stretch too, and I'm not a huge fan of the giant like hump right in the middle where it's like that circular, that half moon shaped hump.
You got broken hands, Tom.
I must.
Your hands are broken. All your fault.
The native fits me perfect.
Native's got great ergos.
Oh, it's perfect.
Subjective, man. You know, everyone's hands different. You know what I mean? That's why I hate when people talk about ergos. It's like
Atomic Edge says they should make a 10-inch Endura. Fuck it.
There we go. They do. It's called the police.
Yeah, that thing's huge.
I got one right here. The thing makes the military look small.
That's the one in K390, right? The newer one.
Yep. It's actually Kenny from In the Pockets. It's here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he sent here like, I don't know, a year and a half ago that I've still yet to edge test. Love you, Kenny.
So I guess the only really thing that people might wonder about the Andela that they don't already know, because it's going to be pretty much the same than any other knife, is the weight and the blade length, right? Because blade length is 3.4 and weight is 3 ounces, 3.1 ounces.
I saw somebody compare it to a PM2, and they're almost identical size.
Yeah.
Well, why would you even buy this if it's almost identical to a PM2? I would buy a PM2 all day long.
I'll tell you why. BJ?
Nut huggers.
There we
You don't see Chris Reeves putting out a fucking medium Sabenza, do you?
Thank you, BJ. Thank you.
Listen. Don't hate on the medium Sabenza. That sounds like a great idea.
Actually, it kind of does.
You CRK nut hugger. Shut up.
Hey, I just like their knives. That's it.
Nut hugger. Shut up.
Hey,
Stupid.
Like,
Chris Reed because there's no need.
like Atomic Edge just said, he goes, hey, I won't take a kick to the nuts for Sal or anything. I won't do the same for Chris or Tim or whoever.
Don't lie, Tom.
I won't.
Don't.
I won't.
There's no need for a medium-sized Sabenza.
Why?
What's the point? The large and small are perfect.
The small's for, I don't know. The small's a little small. The large is a little big.
Your hands are broken. We spoke about this.
Listen, I have like baby-sized hands. Like they're just slightly bigger than a baby, so they don't fit on a small.
They're not baby size. They're broken. Your hands are broken. Scary Movie 2, the dude with the little hand, that's you right now. You got the
All
little,
right.
the purple guy. You got that hand. You got claw hand. You're not allowed to talk about it.
You still got a little bit of growing to do, right, Tom?
I sure hope so.
How old are you, Tom?
22.
Oh, you're done growing, bro.
Yep.
You're crap.
I'm fucked.
That's it. Baby
Maybe
hand.
it's in a hand stretcher.
Yeah, pull them out.
I need a beard stretcher too in that case.
Yeah. Black there with facial hair.
Like I said, I can let it go. It just looks like the reverse Hitler. It doesn't grow in the middle. It grows on the outsides.
You should do that. I want to see chops.
You do not.
Tom and mutton chops.
Let's move on to the.
A flower.
So now we're gonna go to Knife Center.
Okay.
PJ,
Yes.
have you smoked an entire pack of Marlboros while we've been doing this?
A pack and a half.
Jesus fucking Christ. Every time I turn around, you're smoking a new stick. Jesus.
Chain smoker, bro.
You are, yeah, you're worse than I was, man. You chain smoking like crazy.
So, Tom, you're gonna go DPX gear.
EX gear.
Okay, what's the
HEST-F.
is this the fixed blade Hest?
No.
I tested a Hest. It was great. It was thick as fuck, but it was great.
This
That
is
one
the fixed
right?
blade Hest, you lying sack of shit.
No, not the fixed blade.
For my nanny.
Let's go ahead and click on that titanium one right there.
Ooh, right here. Holy shit.
A titanium?
Look at that.
For a special price of $335.
Ooh.
They're always a little bit on the expensive side.
There's that. Does, does it have that cool robo lock feature?
So this one's just a straight up. It's a liner lock.
What?
I think it's a liner lock, man.
Not really.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, frame lock.
Does it have the robo lock on it, where you can turn it to a fixed blade? No.
It does not.
Oh.
So I don't know. I've looked at these every once in a while. I've always been tempted because I really like the shape of the handle itself, and I think overall aesthetically the knife is pretty good looking. It's got an opener up at the top. Love that.
For those of you that are watching or listening right now, Alex, what branch of the military did you serve? The Marines?
Yes.
All right, so Alex is a Marine who is now a high-end collector. So if you're wondering why a high-end collector is looking at DPX and karambits, that's why. He can't leave his tactical badassness. It's ingrained in his DNA.
Does that
Like,
look like
he's got all these cool knives. He's looking at these tactical hard use shit. That's why. He can't. It's in his DNA. Can't get away from it.
But look at it. The
Badass.
The clip is cool, right? It's nice, simple clip that looks like it works well. You know, the lanyard hole's got like a hex pattern to it. You know, it's got its typical steel insert on the lock It even almost looks like the pivot's got a little bit of a collar look to it, although it's just one thing.
I hate this.
Yeah, legit glass breaker. Not an actual skull breaker, but a glass breaker.
Not a skull breaker. There's a difference, y'all. Not a skull breaker, a glass breaker.
Well, we'll go back, Tom. Look at the tip of it. It's actually got a little tip right there just for the glass. So whereas like a Microtech is like a skull
destroyer of head.
A skull hole maker, because it looks like it just punctured the skull.
What is the pattern on the scale? What is?
I know. I think it's their logo.
It looks like
it's the guy it's the sunglasses with little eyeballs and teeth.
Oh my god.
I saw titties.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Titties.
Those are some weird ones, though.
After seeing this, it literally just went from a decent knife to a gas station knife to me.
Well, and you can get this knife without all that. They do that every once in a while, but I think the knife actually all around is pretty nice. So let's look at the specs, Tom.
Yeah, the design isn't too bad.
$135. Let's see.
I dig the Hest. I've used the Hest.
Ooh.
Nick Staff, a shout out to Stats23. He sent me his Hest to test a long time ago when my channel first started out, and I did. It was in D2, and it performed great. And it's a cool knife. The Hest, that pattern and that model is a badass knife. It was good.
Look at this, 61 HRC S35VN.
I don't doubt that either. I think Lion Steel makes it, right?
I think they used to, but
No, this one's made in the U.S.
Really?
I think they're doing their own stuff now.
Oh,
Unless it's assembled in the U.S. and Lion Steel makes some of their stuff and sends it on over.
They did a phenomenal job with that D2. That D2 cut like a fucking demon. I mean, it outcut some S30V. So the whole knife was a good knife.
It's 4.3 ounces.
Steel on it though, didn't it, Steve?
What do you say, BJ?
That one had a pretty good amount of fatigue steel on it, didn't it? That Hest.
Oh yeah. I used it for that exactly. I used it for that burn edge video, but that ain't nothing different than anything else I've ever done.
Right.
It came out good in the end, though. I remember.
Yeah, it came out. It cut. I think the first time like 70 foot, and by the last it was cut about 130, somewhere in that ballpark. It was exactly. It was the one I used for that burn edge test.
Hey, Alex.
It's not really like the most. It's never been the popular knife to for people to buy, but it's been out for a long time, and it's something that always caught my interest. I just really like the blade design. I mean, I'm not a big saber grind kind of guy usually, but I think this one was really well done, And I'm glad to hear Steve says that the steel performs well. I mean, if this is true, what it's advertised at, 61 for S35VN is pretty decent.
That's high.
That's real high. So pretty cool. And if you guys are USA made kind of people, this knife might be a good option.
It's a cool design, man. The handle's real comfy for me. If you're looking for that's a beater. That knife right there, that knife's a big, badass, rail on it kind of knife. It's a well done design. The one I had that robo lock feature you see on some Lion Steels where you turn that little disc. Like I said, that's a 23. He put that robo lock on and was batoning it through like logs. So it's a real robust, heavy duty use. Like you can weld that thing.
Alex, Lee says that he didn't know that you were a Marine, and to tell you, he said Semper Fi and thank you for your service to him and his family.
Well, tell him I said, you can hear me.
He can hear you.
Well, thank you very much, buddy, and it's a pleasure to serve this damn fine country, and the Marine Corps is definitely, it's an honor to be part of that brotherhood. It was a good time.
Marines. One of my best friends is a Marine.
Yeah.
Jarheads,
man. We're jarheads,
You remember in that last video I did with the bailout where I said, I told you, Clint, I'm a professional breaker?
Yes.
I got that title from a Marine who's a chef now.
Oh, nice.
He told me I would make a very good Marine. I asked him why. He said because I'm very good. I'm very good at professional mechanical agitation.
What the hell?
That was his exact words, and I was like, I don't know what that means. He's like, you break a lot of shit. That's what we do best. And I'm like, cool,
Yes.
man. We're good.
Yes.
Mechanical agitation. That's what I'm best at.
The Marine Corps is actually the branch that gets the least love as far as it comes to funding and gear. We always get the hand-me-downs, you know. So we know how to do more with less, which was something that was a pretty interesting environment to be around.
That's what you come, right?
I mean, like, put it this way. Here's a good example. So, in the Marine Corps, I was field artillery. I shot a 16,000-pound 198 155 millimeter howitzer, and it was a crew of 8 of us. While we were out there learning this fucking art of shooting a cannon, because it takes about 8 people to man the cannon, the Army, about, I don't know, maybe like 100 yards away, were shooting their new version, which was rocket-assisted shit with a fucking truck and only 2 guys. You know, there's only one guy driving the truck, and then there's the other guy, like, and they launch these rockets out. And I'm like, son of a bitch, man. Like, we get this old historic shit right here.
Yeah, we get that.
Us. And then, you know, we got to load it on a 5-ton truck, and then we got to haul this thing around. And then you just get to push a fucking button? That's bullshit. So, yeah, welcome to the Marine Corps.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
That
Do
made
more
my
with less. Do more with less. That's what we're good at.
bitch. Beep.
Yeah, that was funny, man.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Made my day.
So, next knife. You guys ready?
Perfect. Let's go.
All right. So after the DPX, let's go ahead and look at the CRKT Provoke.
The Provoke.
Oh, look what we got here, gents.
How you feel about that, Alex?
Oh, man. So, I don't know, man. You know, I haven't really played with one much. I got to handle it a little bit. This one's way better. My only part where I was butthurt was that it came out, you know, what, 3-4 months before this one did?
More than that.
More than that, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now I'm going to show mine up on the screen. So I got this nice, cool silver hardware.
Yeah, I've got this cool hardware.
Look at that. I got
the hardware on mine.
look,
Oh,
I got
big
some silver
CRK.
flatheads. Some flat heads right here in the back.
Are they Torx head?
But mine are Torx, yes.
Yeah, and these look like they're flathead, and what are they on the other side?
Spanner.
Spanner bits.
The spanner on all of them? Well, yeah.
Hey, real quick.
No. They're like these, you know?
Flathead on that side. And they're spanner.
So you got 2 flat heads here. This one's got, and this did come with tool, by the way.
Nice.
Hey, guys, for anyone who has a Strider, one of these CRKs with the I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I've had this conversation 4 times already. With a spanner bit, you can just stick a flathead in the side.
Yeah, kinda.
No, not kinda. You want me to show you right now?
It depends how much that middle screw sticks out.
It doesn't matter. You can hold it the whole way. Promise.
So
Show me.
This one can be taken apart. The CRKT is gonna be a pain in the ass to take apart.
Yeah. All right, Steve, I want to see this. Because I don't believe you.
It's cool. You don't have to.
Because every time I've tried to take apart my ever so great hinders, I just could not.
Hinderer? Oh, here. You want me? Oh, I got the Strider. You want me to do it with the hinderer?
Yeah, because that middle pivot screw comes out quite a bit.
Man, mine is so tuned. Fuck, I
Well,
hate
never mind then. I believe you. It's fine. No, don't fuck with it.
you. Suck. Mine is
Don't.
so. Like,
Let it go. Just let it go. You're good. You're good.
Okay, watch.
You did it to yourself.
Oh, you suck. Oh. You see? Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sits right in there. Okay, watch this. Okay.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, somebody hold my beer. Okay, we'll go like this. See how that's in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Come here. And then I'm just gonna take. Oh wait, this is a. Hold on, I need a.
I know. I see what you're saying. You don't gotta move it.
You sure I can move it for you?
Steve, I'm gonna send you my little Weehaw driver here.
You and the Weehaw, you and Clint can go to hell with your Weehaw drivers.
Listen, you and your Husky drivers can keep on stripping out.
Look, bitch, my Weehaw, my Huskies work great. Hey, I got my Leatherman, right? That's cool. People have Leathermans.
Hey,
cool.
so you get one of those great Spyderco screws that are oh so hard.
They're not hard. Fuck Spyderco.
Exactly.
Thank you. Look, BJ's got them. Man, Huskies are fine. You Yankee folks.
Hey.
You Yankee.
Don't you? I was gonna say, don't you own Weehaw's?
I have.
BJ.
I got both.
He's like, I got both. Hey, look, I got a screwdriver. So, speaking of flathead,
That's a badass screwdriver.
great
Atomic
screwdriver.
Edge says we should tell Steve we don't think he can do all kinds of shit and see what sticks.
You know what'll happen. You know what will happen when you say that. You don't even. You know what will happen. I was at Dick's Sporting Goods looking at a Gerber strong arm because some guy said that I couldn't break one. If Blade Show wasn't this weekend, I'd own one right now. But they're $70, so he's lucky.
So hang on. Speaking of Blade Show, I think it was Lee who wanted us to talk about what we were planning on picking up at Blade Show. Now, I for one will not be picking up anything because I'll be working and I can't go to Blade Show. I'd love to. I know. Hey, you're going.
I am going.
What are you gonna get, Steve?
I don't know. I have no idea. I know I won't be getting a Hinderer.
For good reason.
For
good reason.
No, I mean I love my Hinderer, the Gen 4s, but I'm not gonna buy a Gen 6 because I don't like steel inserts and I don't like M390. So sorry. Sorry, Rick. I only buy Gen 4s. I might get a Strider. I'm eyeballing an Inkosi or a Umnumzan. I don't know. I have realized in the last couple days that I kind of think that I've greatly underestimated Blade Show. So here's the thing. I'm brand new to the online knife community, which basically means I'm brand new to the knife community. I've been a guy who's basically been in a hole sharpening knives and using them for my whole life. So in the last 7 months, I've been exposed to all this. So when I booked my ticket, well, my girl did as a Father's Day gift, got the tickets. I really didn't think. To me, knife guys are nerds, right? We're all nerds, right? How many knife guys can there possibly be?
Right.
So I didn't think like. So speaking of Clint over at Alchemy One, my buddy Clint, in the last couple of days, he's kind of enlightened me, and I kind of feel like I underestimated it. I don't think I'm quite prepared, but we're gonna see what happens.
I think you're gonna have your mind blown from all the pictures I've seen and everything like that. It's just gonna be crazy.
I haven't seen any pictures of previous ones. I don't have the time to really look it up, but I kind of think it was a small thing. I didn't really think it was nearly as big as Clint is making it out to be. It's like I didn't realize they serve beer on the floor, which is a problem for every other YouTube guy that's going to be on that. Right now, I'm going to tell everybody right now, if you are doing YouTube and you are at Blade Show and you think for one good goddamn second I'm not going to photobomb and fuck with you every time I see you, you got another thing coming because I am going to be half drunk the entire 3 days and I'm going to be having a fucking blast. So you see me, you better walk the other way because I'm going to jump on your back like a goddamn spider monkey. It will happen.
So Steve, I think you're really underestimating this because I went to a fishing show down in Tennessee this past spring,
Yeah.
and that thing is like the second biggest fishing show of the year, and it was 3 stories of an expo center. It took us 2 full days to see all of it, and you can pack a lot more knives in an expo center than fishing rods.
Yeah,
I heard that Blade Show, you can walk all 3 days and not see everything.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of learned the last like 2 days from some people that are more experienced than I am. So I kind of feel like I underestimated it, and I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I might end up getting trashed and just acting a fool and pissing everybody off. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. I have no idea. I just learned yesterday that they serve beer on the floor, so that's a problem. That's a big problem.
So, Steve, there's this.
Huh? What you say, BJ?
Come back with a Crkt Provoke.
Check it out.
He's gonna be like, Alex, look what I got. It's the same as yours.
Look, I didn't wait 3 years. Look at this. I was gonna stab me.
So Steve, when you go to Blade Show, from what I hear, the place to go is once it starts getting late at night, you need to go to what they call the pit.
Yep.
That's where everybody gets drunk, everybody gets together, and that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, see, this pit, I didn't know. Again, I've never seen a single picture other than what the 3 pictures Clint posted up in our group chat. I've never seen a picture of Blade Show before. I've never even this is my last year I lived here when it was going on, and I was thinking about it, but I didn't have the time to do it. So I'm from Florida, so this is my first time being up in Georgia where I have the access to it, and I didn't even know it existed before that. First off, so yeah, Clint explained to me what the pit was, and that apparently a bunch of like-minded folk like ourselves hang out at this pit and drink alcoholic beverages till 2, 3 in the morning.
Yes.
Which is a bad idea for everyone other than me. Because I would be in that pit raising hell until they kick me out.
Just make sure you have your iPhone charged up. I want to see some video of that, you know?
First off, I'm not a pretentious bitch. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. Thank you very much.
Whatever.
Son of a bitch. iPhones. Well, I'm not from LA, bro. Okay? Okay?
Steve, your thing came up on my screen again. Just let me know that you put out a video for the second time.
Good, yeah. It's if anyone hasn't seen it, yeah, go watch me break knives.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've severely underestimated Blade Show, and I don't know. I have no idea what to expect. So I'm going to show up, and I'm going to drink, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. And if I buy a knife, even better. That's my goal. Go. Super Steel Steve's goals for Knife Show, for Blade Show 2019. Don't get arrested. That's basically all I'm going in with. That's my whole premise. Fuck with YouTube guys. Don't get arrested.
Yeah, don't get arrested because we still have. That means you're not going to be here on Sunday to do that show, huh?
I might not. How long does it go till on Sunday?
I don't know. I think 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I think.
Oh, I can get back here by 6:30.
All right.
So we've been having a great conversation in the live chat on Twitch here. So he goes, this is Atomic Edge. He goes, watch Steve jump on some really weak guy, or with bad knees. I go, yeah, like me, he'd break my knees. Atomic Edge goes, you'd get lost in his beard. Justin goes, Steve's moves are too heavy. and Atomic Edge goes, like sandbags.
Yes. Look, if everyone who's listening to this, if you want to know who Nick Shabazz is, just look for the guy who's holding Super Steel Steve on his shoulders, screaming, "Look at me, Nick! Look at me!" I swear to God, if I find Nick Shabazz, Nick, if you hear this, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna jump on your back like a 6-year-old. We're gonna be best friends, man.
I always imagine he looked like a chubby McLovin.
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find Nick. I might kiss Nick.
So
Maybe that's
I got a couple more things here. We got Justin says that you're supposed to wear a ball shirt for Blade Show.
I have custom shirts made. Don't worry.
Yes.
I have shirts made.
Atomic Edge says Benchmade has a restraining order on you.
I go to the booth. They're like, no, just go.
Just leave. Security.
Security. Go. I just want to see a bailout. Go. Just one.
And then Lee says, I'm supposed to ask you if you have a fuck to give.
Oh, I do. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, after many years of being in the restaurant business and having like no fucks to give anymore, I have none. I have zero. Mr. Lee, Bama Knife Guy, sent me direct one fuck to give. I have one fuck officially to give. I don't know who I'm going to give this fuck to. It might be Benchmade, it might be Spyderco, it might be ZT and their glow and dark scales. But I have one fuck. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. One fuck. I'll be carrying this around at Blade Show. If you don't like my channel, be the first guy to tell me I'm full of shit because I have one fuck to give. If you're number two, it might not go so well.
Steve, I got one of those too. I got an older co-worker who orders all sorts of stupid shit off the internet, and I got one that's like that big. It's huge.
Oh, yes. Yes. Lee gave me one fuck. I have one fuck to give.
That's so funny.
So anyway, after that one fuck, I got nothing.
So, Atomic Edge says Nick Shabazz is like Atlas holding up Steve's moob. Jesus.
When you think me and Shabazz, I want you to think like Tyler Durden in Fight Club when they get kicked out of the basement and the guy breaks his face and he's just screaming at him like, you don't know where I've been. That's me.
I was thinking more like the Titanic where Jack is holding Rose on the front of the Titanic. You'll be holding Nick Shabazz.
No, I think he's going to beat my ass. I think Nick, with the second I jump on Nick, he's going to go like straight like martial arts ninja and just beat the fuck out of me right there on the fucking floor, which I don't care. It's fine. I'll take it all day long. Nick Shabazz can whoop my ass as long as everybody sees it. I'm all for that.
Get it on camera. Please, Lee.
Yeah, someone get it on camera. Lee will be with me. So Lee better bust out that goddamn camera, Lee. I want to be the first guy anyone sees Nick Shabazz throwing a beating. I just come back with a shiner, my lips all fucked up, patches in the beard are pulled out. What happened,
Shabazz?
Shabazz whooped my ass. I jumped on him like a spider monkey, and he just threw me like a judo throw. Just threw me through a booth. Everyone's laughing, but those vegetarians, you got to watch out for them.
Alex, did you have any more knives?
Nope. The Provoke was the last one, but Steve provoked me on it, so, you know.
I want to buy a Provoke. You watch.
Well, it's good. You can send it to me for my my side-by-side video, you know. You already know how that would go.
Selfies, yeah. Next week's video will be me sending selfies of the Provoke.
It would be like, you went to Blade Show and you bought a damn Provoke.
Provoke.
Out of all the shit they have there, you bought a Provoke.
I don't even know what they have. I sold a couple knives, so I've got some money to work with if I do get a knife.
You can get a Dungeons and Dragons, like, real live Slayer sword if you want. You can get, like, chainmail. You could probably get a suit. You could probably get, like, yeah, dude, they have everything. Blade Show is not just our cool little pocket knives. Swords, like, you know.
Can I get a midget?
You'll probably find one there.
Yes. There we go. If I can take home a midget with a sword, then I'm in.
You'll probably find one there. I guarantee.
Like a badass motherfucker that'll jump out and fight people when I tell him to.
Exactly.
Steve, if you find a guy there by the name of Michael Divert Knives, He is my dad's best friend in high school, and he's a Forged in Fire winner.
Oh,
And
whoa.
He won Best Damascus at Blade Show last year.
What's his name?
Michael Dibert.
Michael Diver. So what am I supposed to do? Say hi or tell
No,
him?
if you see him, take a look at his knives because he makes some badass stuff.
Just ask him if it'll kill.
Yeah, ask him if he knows me.
Will it kill?
Will this kill? Will this kill?
Well, he also says, will it cut? This
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, hey, where's the dummy? Where's the gel? I need to stab the gel. Will it cut? Who's got some rope? Somebody got some thick rope? Come on, let's go. I got M4. Let's do this.
I start taking the knife, bashing it on metal barrels and shit.
Ice.
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
Yeah, you gotta cut an ice block in half.
All right, boys. Let's get into some of the little mini topics we got here since we don't have one big main topic planned. I asked the chat earlier what topics we should hit, and if you guys have anything else in the live chat right now, we'll talk about whatever because we don't really have anything planned for this one. First one was hype versus reality, and I swear to God, I don't know who said, I forget, it might have been Blue Collar. Someone said he turned into Kenny for that. But,
Turned into Kenny?
yeah, or Kenny's running his account. So, let's talk about hype versus reality. And I'm gonna kind of take it the way that I think it's kind of meant.
I got one word for it.
Okay.
M390.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Look at you, Alex, learning.
Alex. Oh my God. There you go, baby. Fuck yeah, Alex. God damn. Mic drop. Mic drop. Walk out.
Real quick, Atomic Edge goes, I wish Forged in Fire had some regular dude like Ron Swanson type. It works. It works.
I know what I'm about, son. I know what I'm about.
All right. So, as far as the hype versus reality thing goes, like, I don't know. That's kind of a tough topic to tackle all at once.
I still think it's steel composition. That's the biggest hype versus reality going through the whole knife community. That's what pricing on knives is based on. That's what everybody's chasing after. I think steel composition, right?
I think that and what it's marketed for. Because then you got something like have you guys ever seen the Benchmade Aileron?
Yep.
That is the most overpriced gas station knife with S30V and G10 I have ever seen.
I want to see a picture of it, Tom.
Hang on. It's like a $260. Oh my, I hate it.
It was developed for self-defense for airline pilots.
It's
Ready?
awful.
Ready?
That's what it's for.
It's got grip tape, I guess. Ready? So
Okay.
you can deploy.
Ringing a bell now.
Hold on, wait for it.
There it is. No, I'm just kidding.
Ready?
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. I remember this. This is the
Yeah.
Tarani knife.
Yeah, at an MSRP of only $250, that S35 or that S30V and G10 with laser etching could be yours.
It's $212, Tom. Let's be real.
I said MSRP. MSRP.
Yeah, nobody cares about MSRP. And then, so this guy, if you know who Tarani is, then you'll understand the knife.
The overpricedness? Yeah.
Oh, you'll understand the if you're not gonna find him on here. That's a better picture though. But just go in the Google search and put Tarani.
It's Steve Tarani, I know. I watched some of his video for it.
He's a douche.
He's a self-defense guy. Like he's like there he is. Look, he's got a Provoke in his hand.
Oh, he looks like a chode. His name is Steve. He looks like a douche. Oh.
There you go. That is why that knife is marketed the way it is.
What a fucking douche.
He looks so intimidating, though.
He looked so douchey.
Well, no, but if you watch his YouTube videos, he's not really that. I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they call him
like,
an edge expert because he's not like like Doug Marcaida is an edge expert. This guy, I don't know. He's like how could I compare him? He's
I
like
hope that's not a full frame.
He's like
pistol,
Lynn
Jesus.
Thompson, but not really as tough. Like he's like a Lynn Thompson in a sense.
DJ,
except not fat.
Except not fat.
This guy. What do you think of this guy?
Looks like a douchebag.
Thank you.
So that is the knife. That's why the knife looks the way it does.
That Lord picture looked like he was sparring with Greg Medford.
Yeah. The guy's like this, and he's like.
Yeah, he's like, stay still while I show you guys how to take down a still opponent.
Will you quit trying to stab me and just put the knife here so I can do this? There he is. Here we go. There goes Alex.
Yep.
Yes.
So let's talk about something for a second. I'm actually starting to like Medfords a lot.
Oh. Did you see the little...
Not the Praetorians, not the giant, like, donkey cock thick ones.
No, the release on that automatic one that
I saw it.
Pretty good, right?
It looks pretty nice.
Do you see when he flicked it out?
It's not too big.
It looked exactly like how he said it would, like medium light spring tension.
Yeah. See, the ones I really like is the Slim MIDI Marauder.
That's the one I want to.
And then what was the other one? It starts with an I. The Infraction.
Oh yeah, the Infraction. That thing looks crazy though.
It is different looking. It's still thick blade stock. It's like 0.18, 0.19 or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Steve's Leatherman. I'd rather have your Leatherman than a Medford.
My Leatherman than a Medford? Those things fucking dick thick, man. They're thick as... I don't know. I'll go look at him at Blade Show, but, like Vinny over at Nero Knives, he's like, man, there's like 10 thousandths behind the edge. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but it still weighs 4 pounds. like it's a 4-pound pocket knife any way you look at it. Like, it's this big folded. Like, it's cool. It cuts. I'm glad he took the time to grind it. But what about each titanium scale is that thick?
Yep. Hey man, the Slim
big.
The Slim MIDI is like 0.12 inch blade stock, which is very reasonable, and it only weighs like 4.8 ounces.
We'll see. I don't know. I'll see it. I'll take it. It'll be the first time I ever handle a Medford, but they're just bricks, bro. They're just they're all brick. I don't doubt they can cut. They're just bricks, like straight up. I don't. Who uses those? Like, I don't get. Like,
dude, here's the crazy thing: their warranty covers everything, but like the things that like aren't included. It says heavy prying, so you can pry with it. You can pry, but what constitutes heavy prying?
If you break the tip off,
like what Steve did.
Yeah.
That's not heavy. Man, give me I would pry my door open. That's heavy. I was using wood. That is not heavy prying. Ask Mick Strider.
Have you gotten a hold of them yet?
No, I think it's funny. Clint was like, "Yo, send that thing in," and I'm like, "I'm not sending this in until after Blade Show. They're probably busy as fuck."
Yeah, they're swamped.
I actually got a reply from Strider myself because I wanted the lock stick to be worked out on my one I just bought. They already replied to me. They said, "Yeah, just do me a favor if you can, send it after Blade Show." So
see, thank you. Look, I'm a production guy. I'm a chef. I know what it's like when it's crunch time. I'm not sending my goddamn knife to give me a new tip when Blade Show's coming up. It's fucking stupid.
Here was the other cool thing about their warranty. They said that if you submit a warranty claim, that like a percentage of their warranty claims could be fixed at home by the user. So they'll call you to try and like talk you through your issue if they think it's something that you could fix at home, which is kind of cool.
Explain to me how I can fix that. That's all.
Well, yeah, that one.
Well, here's the thing. This knife is fully functional. This knife, I threw some. The first time I ever did it, I threw some. I threw some Sharpie on the tang of this, and this. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but I was literally using the Emerson to pry this back open.
Yep.
But it's fine now. It's once I put that Sharpie on it, it's fine. So if I wasn't gonna test the warranty myself, so I could tell people my personal experience, I would just keep this knife. I would literally grind this bitch to a reverse tanto real quick, and I'd be like, it's my new knife. It's good to go. I wouldn't even send this in. If I wasn't looking to see what the warranty did, I swear on my daughter, I would just grind this bitch off and make it, and it'd be mine. I wouldn't even think about it.
Use it. Use that fucker.
I would use this all day. Oh, it ain't gonna break again.
No.
It ain't breaking after that, I promise. It's too thick after that. Look.
You got rid of the weak part.
Yeah. I wouldn't even if I didn't have a YouTube channel and people wanted me to find out, like the warranty, bitch, I'd flatten that thing right out or do a reverse tanto and call it a day. This thing's fine, man. Look, works just fine. No stick.
Yeah.
I'd go pry door open with this guy.
I found something pretty cool on the forums today, and I think it's an interesting topic for discussion. So somebody on the Spyderco forums brought up the fact that he wants to see Spyderco produce thinner geometries. So, I mean, even though they do produce relatively thin geometries as is on most models, they're not bad for a production knife, for most.
Have you held a manly wasp?
No, not yet, but
you should.
Listen, we're getting there, Steve. You don't got to make fun of the guy just yet.
Getting there.
So he kind of referenced like guys like us on YouTube who are doing this kind of stuff and emphasizing all that and how much better it would be as a cutting tool, right? So they pretty much ruled out with Sal pretty quickly that it's not feasible for them to make their models that much thinner because guys who aren't knife enthusiasts like us are gonna twist on them and do stuff that they're not supposed to do with it, and they're gonna have more warranty claims, right?
I think that actually is true.
Well, wait. Their idea was running sprint runs of their knives at thinner geometries. Yeah. So the guys who wanted them could get them, but it wouldn't be a regular production thing.
Yeah.
Christie's video, he just came out with that today, talking about. That's why everyone's talking. Was that today? You heard that?
I think it was yesterday. I read it today, but I think the post was yesterday.
Yeah, there you go. There's another bunch of Michael Christie nut huggers talking.
It might have been a Michael Christie burner account or something.
Yeah, exactly. It was probably one of his. Yeah. Look, my side of the argument. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Okay, look. Here's Jack Farm Boy's PM3 in the beautiful, the luxurious, the ever popular S110V. Right now, first off, this is exactly why I say Spyderco hates me. This is Jack's, right? This knife has no side to side plane. I can even yoke this. Ready? Watch this.
Huh.
None of my pair of threes, and I've owned like 5 of them. Look, I've ever done that. So Spyderco hates me. Side note. Now, here's the thing. Okay. Look at that knife. You see the geo? You see that? See how thin that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Making the knife thinner behind the edge here isn't going to do shit about that. If I take this knife and I twist with it, it's going to bust at 20 thousandths behind the edge or 15 thousandths behind the edge or 10 thousandths behind the edge, period. And here's the other thing. Spyderco's warranty fucking sucks. If you turn around and bust this thing, they're going to tell you that you fucking broke it anyway. So they're full of fucking shit, okay? Spyderco's warranty is the worst fucking warranty in the business. Go call Spyderco right now and try to get a body screw for the pair of 3. Watch what it takes. See if you can even get one. They have the worst fucking warranty you can imagine. So that warranty bullshit, they don't spend shit, okay? When I did a post about this on Instagram, there were like 10 guys talking about they bought like Nirvanas and high-end production knives from Spyderco. Their knives were fucked, lock slipping, stuff like that. When they sent it back to Spyderco gave them store credit.
Yep.
Won't even give them their money back. Won't even give them dog. Spyderco, I triple dog dare you one day to tell me you're not going to give me my money back. I'll drive up to Golden, Colorado myself. You gonna give me my money? You can't tell me you're not going to give me my money back. They tell people they want to. So that whole warranty thing is a moot point. It's a stupid fucking argument because Spyderco's warranty sucks fucking dick. 8 days a week, 26 hours a day. Period. Point blank period. These knives are not engineered to be pry bars anyway. So if they take this from 20,000 to 15, it's going to break as 20 as it would 15. It's a stupid, retarded fanboy argument is what it is. Personally.
So my only time I've ever gotten a hold of Spyderco was for a body screw on a PM2, and they took care of it right away.
Yeah, they took care of me too on the Manic screw. I lost the body screw, and they replaced it right away.
Maybe they just hate Steve.
That 20 CV I broke the tip on?
Yep.
They wouldn't do nothing over that.
Really?
Yeah.
It ain't just me. Maybe it's a beard thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, it has to be.
Maybe Sal can't grow a beard like Tom, and
I
they
got a little flavor saver, so I'm good.
I'll
Jesus
get
Christ.
Soul patch.
beard if you wanted to. No, I'm still waiting on a screw for a pair of 3 S30V, a body screw.
Yep. So here's another thing that Sal said. So towards the end of the thread, he was kind of coming off of that idea a little bit because people were saying, well, if you're gonna make it and you're worried about warranty claims, maybe just make the price a little bit more inflated, so that the guys that are doing that with their knives are less likely to buy it, and the enthusiasts
Already is the price more inflated than it already is, though.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. Their price is already high.
And then they were saying maybe you could throw in a disclaimer in the box for that kind of stuff.
Cut at your own will.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Here's what Sal said, though, and this pissed me off. He goes, you can always remove material, but you can't add it. Well, here you go, Sal. If I remove material from that knife, I don't have a warranty anymore.
There you go.
Fix it.
You didn't have a warranty to begin with.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what you don't have a warranty to begin with. This is like I get in this argument with Spyderco fanboys all the time. They're like, well, and even Sean, Triple B, he said this to me before, and this was my rebuttal. He goes, Sal's just all about keeping it a small company. He's not like Benchmade. It's not a big company. They try to really take care of their employees. They try to keep it real small. Here's my rebuttal. Benchmade comes out of Portland, Oregon, right? Spyderco makes knives in 4 goddamn countries.
Yep.
Spyderco can suck a dick if they think that they're a fucking small family-owned company. Fuck you, bro. See, all these companies, Benchmade's a tiny company out of fucking Portland. They don't have fucking knives coming out of China. They don't come out of Taiwan.
It did at one point.
Yeah, you go fucking suck a dick. It's a business, okay? And they capitalize. It is. Come on, real shit. How are you going to? I've had Spyderco knives from Maniago, Italy, fucking China, Taiwan, and Golden, Colorado. That's 4 countries right there. So go.
Forget about Japan. Japan.
5. There we go. 5 companies. So you can go kiss my ass. They're an international company. They'll source knives wherever they can get them built cheaper. It's a bunch of fucking horseshit, man. This is why I'm over Spyderco. I'm over with their draconian warranty process. I'm over their, we can't make thinner geometry because people are going to torque on the knife and break it. Shut the fuck up. People torque on your dumbass knives anyway and break them. You don't replace them now anyway. So shut the fuck up. It's just dumb. It's dumb. It's Sal being a dumbass.
Lee wants me to tell you that he likes Michael Christie.
Yeah, I know he does. He's a big Michael Christie fanboy, and that's fine. I'm still friends with Lee. I love you, Lee. I'm not here to judge your alternative lifestyle and your gay infatuation with Michael. We're friends.
RCB5 says Crikel Misty has the best edges. Everyone knows that.
Crikel Misty smokes Michael Christie 8 days a week.
And then Justin says he'll donate his beard to me.
That's a lot of beard.
That is.
That's a lot of Tom. Justin's got like a huge beard. I don't know if you can handle that, Tom. That's
Listen,
like going 100.
Just send me half, Justin. That'll be good enough.
Just flip it. Just the trimmings off the bottom, man. That's a lot of beard. I don't know if he can handle that, Justin. You got a serious beard.
The RCB wants us to bring Crkt Misty on the podcast.
Okay, so fun fact, I know who Crkt Misty is. I speak to him. I have his cell phone number. I know who Crkt Misty is. He hit me up when he did the video before he ever made it public. It was a joke. And I told him I thought it was funny as fuck and he should do it. I think he was planning on doing it anyway. So if y'all want that to happen, I'm pretty sure I can make that happen.
I want him on here, but he has to have a Crkt Misty Skype account.
Oh, he will. He will. We will. I'm gonna ask him. I will text him later and see if he wants to jump on this as Crkt Misty.
Please do.
Because this would be great.
I am so down for that. That would be a great one. Can we get Michael Christie on the same one?
Can we not tell him and do it at the same time? I bet. All right, I'll bet $100 right now. Michael Christie signs off in less than 30 seconds. He goes, "Fuck this shit," and gets right off.
Yep.
I'll guarantee it. He ain't putting up with that.
He's such a sore sport about stuff.
Look, man. I don't look. Michael just needs to lighten up. Is what Michael Christie needs to do. He needs to
serious.
He's way too serious. Edges are not that serious.
Yeah, and you don't need 9 different straps to go through.
9, 15. The guy's got like 75 straps. He's like, I went from a DMT extra course to a DMT course, and then I took it down through 25 micron all the way to 0.00003 micron. Hair whittling.
It's like no shit.
Like no shit. Yeah, I bet you could whittle it.
Take it down to 300,000 grit. It's gonna whittle a hair.
I bet you could whittle an atom if you wanted to at that point. Jesus. 45 straps. I want y'all to see this real quick.
I've seen them before.
Least this.
I've seen them before.
It's just real. I did not make this up.
Have you ever seen their sinkers, Steve?
No, I didn't even know this existed.
They're literally shaped like a nutsack.
That's what he told me, and I need that in my life.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull up a picture for you.
Need that in my life.
You need this picture in your life.
I need a nutsack as a sinker for my lines. I need that in my life.
Let me start the screen sharing. Give me a second.
There's Tarani. Look at that.
He's such a badass.
Those are your weights.
Yes.
That's what I need in my life right there. When I go fishing.
Isn't that great?
How awesome would it look when you pull up like a fish and there's a nutsack hanging out of its chin right there? You know what I mean? Like small as hook.
That'll be great.
Look like the things that people dangle off the back of their truck.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Hey guys, watch this. I'm gonna cut an apple with a hinderer. Whoa, look at that! Oh my! Hold on,
BJ, I haven't told anybody yet.
It worked.
It's just for the people watching. We won't say the number out loud. It's just for the people watching. They can see what my anthem came out as the hardness.
A lot less than his Mannix. Oh!
Oh,
it's so good.
How
does that feel?
It's going straight back. Look at that.
Ooh. Can everyone see me cutting this apple real quick? Hold on.
I can see you like prying it apart.
Prying it apart.
Just slices, baby.
The best apple pry bar ever.
That's what?
The best apple pry bar ever.
Ever. This apple pry bar is working like a gem.
RCB says we need to bring Thomas O'More on and ask him why he blocked him and Steve.
Why he banned everyone?
Yeah, what happened with that?
I have no. Here's the thing. All right, like I said, I don't know the online knife community very well. I'm a newbie to all this, So I was making a post on Instagram about some, I think it was my Para 3, some kind of QC issue. And I think it was PM2OG. You know, he loves me. Shout out to PM2OG. He tagged him and said, "You want to comment on this?" And he showed up and said something to the effect of, "Who's got 2 thumbs and 150 spider codes that are perfect?" So I naturally made a couple memes about him. Something to the effect of a cartoon with him looking in a box and Sal Glesser's dick punching him in the face. Apparently, he got a little bit pissy about that, and he reported me to Instagram, banned me, and had the post taken down.
What the hell?
And that's the end of that story.
That's so stupid. People just need to lighten up. Jesus.
Thomas More, if you're ever listening to this, you're a baby back bitch, and I hope I ever see you in person one day. you nut hugging fucker.
You just need to. People in the knife community in general just need to loosen up a little bit.
Yes,
It's a hobby.
Justin's video.
So
Thomas Moore, he's a PM2OG's right-hand man, ain't he?
He's his butt buddy, dude. He's Boon Coon.
He buys the knives that go up on Idaho EDC.
Yeah.
$7,000 PM2s go up on Idaho EDC.
Yep.
So what's the next question that you had as a subject, Tom?
Do you guys think a lock bar insert is necessary on a knife?
No.
I hate lock bar inserts.
I agree.
I agree.
I hate lock bar inserts.
Then why the hell does every knife have it if all 4 of us can agree?
It's a made-up problem. That's why. It's the reason I won't buy a Gen 6. I will not buy a Gen 6 hinder because of that lock bar insert.
Yep.
It's a made-up problem. It's a problem. All right, so when I did this bailout video, right, I get a lot of guys that go, "Oh, well, duh, of course it's going to break." Well, no, motherfucker. It's not duh. It's only a theory until someone does it, right?
Yep.
So somebody actually turns around and bends on this thing till it pops. Do we know what's going to happen, right? And what ended up happening was the blade bent, which nobody expected. Certainly I didn't. Lock bar inserts are one of those things. It's where some guy came around and said, "Well, titanium's softer than steel, and it's going to wear out, and then you're going to end up with lock rock," which I don't know who the fuck has ever gotten lock rock with a decent titanium. How many Chris Reeve knives are out there for 30 goddamn years without lock rock?
Yep.
Exactly.
Goddamn knives lock up at 80% from the factory, and they still don't have lock rock.
So BJ and I talked about this the other day, and how he was asking my opinions on it, and I said that they're not necessary one bit. And so, how long have you had your Sebenza for, BJ?
I've had it for about 15 months. 15 months.
Okay. So basically, the lock bar insert is so when your lock bar runs out of travel, basically, they can put in a newer, bigger lock bar insert so it locks up early again, correct?
That's
No.
right.
So I asked BJ, I go,
Oh.
and as long as you've had your Sebenza, how much has that lock moved with a titanium lock face? And he goes, 0.
No, but the theory is supposed to be because titanium wears out and steel insert does not, that you, in theory, you should never have to replace it, but you have to bolt it in because it's 2 different kind of steels.
But
right?
you carbonize the titanium, so it's hard.
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying the reason for the steel lock bar insert is not because it's going to wear out. It's because in theory it'll never wear out.
Well, technically it's both.
Right?
Well, is that really what people think, Alex? Is that really the...
That's one of the reasons why that it's, and then some other people will say that because, you know, if something happened, you can replace the lock bar insert and you can get a better geometry by replacing that. But it's basically copping out to having to make a knife that's got, you know, good geometry and good build.
Yeah, because basically you can make that lock bar short and just put in a bigger lock bar insert, and guess what? It fits.
Yep. Which that does work, but I'm not gonna. I still think titanium on the back of the tang is better because titanium's sticky. So if you're whacking the knife away, even on like a spine whack test, titanium's gonna always outperform.
You read my mind.
Damn, preach it, bro. Alex, I love you.
So
The first time I ever saw a titanium lock was on. I can't remember what it was on. When it did that little tiny pop noise.
Yeah.
I thought that's why they chose titanium. I thought that little bit of lock stick, that little bit of adhesion, was the benefit of titanium, right? Instead of steel, it was sticking. That was the point. I thought that was the whole point of using titanium. Obviously, it's stronger, but by weight. But the point was that little stick you felt was that it was a adhesive abrasion is what it is. It's two different metals touching and they form a small bond. And I was like, oh, that's cool as shit. Now you got a real, that's a real secure lock. Like you can really, wail on this thing and you can literally feel it disengaging. And then all the titanium black guys, it's gonna wear out. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do that. Steel on steel is gonna wear.
There's knife makers that will say that's exactly why they like a little bit of lock stick. Like Andrew Demko is a perfect example. He actually thinks lock stick a little bit, not like you can't freaking get the thing open, but he has no issue with a little bit of lock stick because he says that's just showing you how engaged and true, how much surface area you have on the back of the tang. So that's the whole thing, which is why lock stick's not that huge deal for me. It's annoying when it's very auditable. Like you could really hear a loud click and then pop. Their knives are just bad. But a little bit of lock stick has never been an issue for me.
And here's another thing too. Frame locks, like the only frame locks I've ever seen that have issues, have lock bar inserts. It's that steel, because that steel doesn't stick, it's so, if you rub two pieces of steel together, they're going to slide. If you rub a piece of steel on titanium, it's more likely to grab because it's one softer, right?
Well, it's stupid because if you have a titanium lock bar on the back of a tang, then you have to make sure you get two pieces of metal right. Mm-hmm. You have three pieces to the puzzle: the lock bar insert, the tang, and the lock bar itself. Now you have to get three things right, which I don't know. It's pointless. It doesn't make any sense.
So this is a question for Steve. So what do you think about the ceramic interface of the Incosi and the 25?
I think it's cool. I kind of want to baton the fuck out of that 25 and see what happens.
I agree.
Because when I took it apart, so it's here's the thing. Ceramic is super hard.
Yes. Specifically, this ceramic ball they use is 97 Rockwell.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not going to break. I've never been worried about breaking that ceramic ball. A sphere is one of the strongest geometric shapes, right? Okay, super strong. So guys that talk about like ceramic bearings breaking and stuff, it's more of that like hypothetical bullshit. It's not going to happen. You're not going to. Nero did a video not too long ago where he squeezed a fucking ceramic ball bearing with a goddamn set of pliers and it didn't even dent or shatter or anything. So it's one of those theoreticals. The thing I want to really try now. Advanced Knife Pro had an Omnumzom that he welded. Mm-hmm. And he actually said he preferred that over the 21 because the 21 lock face got deformed and it kind of fucked with his lockup a little bit, but the Omnumzom didn't. And I think I like that ceramic because if you take the knife apart and you look, that ceramic ball is in a cradle like this. So it's set in this cradle, which is also radius, like this.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, it's radius.
That's not a thing anymore, Steve.
What do you mean?
Are you talking about on the tang, how it has like that little channel milled out?
No, I'm talking about on the actual the lock bar.
Okay.
Where the ceramic ball sits on the top of the lock face.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so it sits like this. So the ball sits in like this. So you've got a ceramic ball sitting into a radius face up against that blade tang. I'm willing to bet you'd snap that blade way before that ball ever did anything inside that lock face.
Yep. So
huh?
Does your 25 have that milled channel throughout the blade tang though for that ball to ride?
No, mine doesn't.
It should.
Mine's just flat. There's no channel.
I wonder if they changed that halfway through the production of the 25 then.
There's different. I've seen 25s that don't have a screw on both sides for the stop. So I know they made some modifications. But
you know what? I'm wrong. It's the Nkosi. When they first started making the Nkosi, they milled a little channel for that ceramic ball to ride, and now they don't anymore.
Oh yeah, I never seen that one. Yeah, my 25, it's just a flat. It's a radius. It's a tang like this, and the ball just hits up against it.
Yeah.
It's real secure. Like it's real secure.
And here's the genius thing about it too. It's your detent ball and your lockup all in one. You don't get that weird two-step click when you go to open it or close it.
And it does its get. Look, man, Chris Reeves invented the frame lock. I don't think he's gonna put anything on a knife that doesn't really necessarily need to be there.
No.
That's kind of his shtick, you know what I mean? I trust the guy and what they do, and I've used that knife, and I've literally put that knife into a piece of wood, like I do a lot of knives, like I've done with this Strider and stuff, and just pushed down with everything I had to see if the lock bar slips, from a lot of weight. See if the lock bar moves inward too far, if I get stick, if the pins press, and that knife doesn't do shit. That 25 don't do a goddamn thing. It snaps at me like, what's next? Like it doesn't. Nothing warps, nothing moves, nothing shifts, nothing. It just does its thing.
All right. I think that pretty much answers that.
Strider's different. I pushed this thing. Watch this. Listen. You hear that?
Yep.
Yeah. This Strider's it's still a good knife, but this thing, if I grab on this and put some big boy weight on it, you'll hear that lock pick.
Yep. So another question was, why do you guys carry a secondary blade?
I don't.
I tried it for a bit.
Hey, bitch. BJ, you carry a second knife?
Not all the time. I do sometimes. It's kind of like hit and miss, A lot of times it depends on what I'm going to be doing or whatnot. And usually it's a slip joint if I do.
Same way.
If I carried a secondary, and when I did, it was just that little number 6 Pemberton. I never used it though.
99% of the time, if I'm carrying a secondary, it's a slip joint for sheeple.
Yep.
I'm gonna need to carry a secondary knife if I carry that freaking Millet Knives Provoke.
Huh.
How am I gonna cut my sandwich? I'll be at work, like getting all tactical. My sandwich bag, and then they'll be like, "What in the fuck is wrong with this guy?"
He's looking at everyone's looking at you, dragging this karambit across it.
Yeah.
It's peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I can't even get my blade inside the peanut butter jar.
You're like trying to scoop it out like this.
Yeah.
He wants me to tell you, Steve, that he's gonna break it. I don't know what he was talking about.
Who did?
Lee.
Lee has my 25 right now, so he says.
Oh, gotcha.
We'll test that warranty. It's fine. We'll see how good Chris Reeves' warranty really is. Now, I carry a secondary on me every day. It's usually a slip joint. I carry a 15, like a GC 15. I got a Warncliffe. I got a regular. I got a 44 I carry. I'm trading with BJ actually right there. This guy. Oh, hold on. My phone just went up. There we go. Come on. There we go. I'm trading him this for a 22. That'll probably be in my pocket a lot. Because that's like a little 42. Huh?
Packed up and ready to go.
Packed up ready to go. Don't mail it till I tell you to.
Well, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that little dragonfly, Steve?
Huh?
You want to know what's funny about that little dragonfly?
This guy right here, what?
It's not BJ's, it's mine.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to him?
It's going to BJ, but BJ's trading that to me for that Pemberton.
Oh, you want me to send this to Tom?
No, I'll do it. I'll do it.
You sure? Because I can send this to Tom and then send the stone to you.
He's already got to send me my anthem back, so he's just gonna send it all at once.
Okay.
Plus, I want to beat the shit out of that before I send it to him.
I'm mad talking. There we go. Beat the fuck out of this thing. Send it to Tom all wobbly.
He's gonna send it to me with a big chipped out edge and everything.
Send that Spyderco. Check that warranty, bitch. Yeah. Ask them for a new blade.
Lee says he hates that you don't care, Steve. Lee says he hates that you don't care.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Lee's my boy, man. Lee's one of my best friends, man. I love Lee. When I don't know why he didn't bring it up, but he's going to Blade Show. I mean, at Blade Show.
He said it in the chat.
Huh?
He said it in the chat.
Oh yeah. This dumbass, he's looking to pick up a Chris Reeves night, his first Chris Reeves at Blade Show. Well, I got a 25, and I was like, why the fuck don't I just send it to you, dumbass? And you can see if you like it before you buy one.
Lee, if you buy a Chris Reeve at Blade Show, you better get one of the Blade Show special editions.
Yeah,
the expensive ones.
No. I'll buy a special edition.
Yeah, get one of the special editions.
I think it's like probably $600.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, no.
Try 1,500.
No. 450 is one thing. 1,500. I mean, maybe Lee's got that kind of money. I don't know. I don't. No.
Don't worry, Lee. Steve will spot you the rest.
Yes. Yeah. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Go, and hold your breath until I spot you that money. Go ahead, please. Text us how it's going.
So, if you guys do carry a secondary, why do you carry it?
DJ?
Pictures, I guess.
See, I respect that, though. Pictures, that's cool.
I do use them sometimes for, like, cutting a steak or something because I don't want to whip out a Sabines or something in a restaurant and go to hacking on a cut of meat. So I'll pull out Slippy and use it.
I don't know.
I carry a secondary. It's usually a Slippy, and it's for people. Like, I live in Georgia. No one's scared of a knife in Georgia ever. Like, I could pull this thing out. I have at the post office to cut bubble wrap, and no one even gives it a second look. I mean that too. But I carry a Slippy for when, just on that off chance that I meet somebody that asks me to use a knife and might get scared if I bust this thing out. See, it's a hinder. Flips like a hinder. Yeah, and I'll hand them like the 15 or something, and they'll go cut whatever they need, and they don't even look twice at it. They don't look at how they're gonna close it, and they just hand it back.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I've carried a secondary too. If I carry it, it's gonna be a Slippy. Sometimes I do carry two knives. For a while, like when BJ sent me that large Sabenza, I was carrying my native plus that, or my small plus that, or that Sharp by Design that I had very briefly plus the large Sabenza.
I carried this plus I've been carrying these two for 2 days. I mean, I'm a knife dude, motherfucker. Fuck
yeah.
You. I'll carry as many as I want. Why do you carry two knives, Steve? Because fuck you. That's why.
I literally never carried two full-size knives until I got that Sharp by Design in, and then I had BJ's large Sabenza at the same time, and I had to send BJ's back by a certain point, and I was like, well, fuck, I want to carry both of them. I'm like, I will. I'll just carry both. It'll be fine.
Fuck you. That's why I'm carrying two knives. Why? I'm a knife dude. I like knives. I got a whole roll of them for work. There's like 10 knives in there. Kiss my ass. I carry what I want. We're grown up. I don't care. I'll carry 7. I got so much shit on Instagram because I posted. I think it was this. It had like a slip joint. And it had one of those, the cinder. You know, the Kershaw cinder.
Yep.
But boy, he goes by 5150 no one you know on Instagram, and he sent me one for free because he's just super nice, and he lost it, he found it anyway. He sent it to me, and I put that up there. Everyone's like, Steve, you carry 3 knives? Oh my god! Yeah, nice and big. It's a bottle opener, man. I pop beers with it, like these. You carry 3 knives? Carry whatever I want, bitch.
I got one more topic I feel like we're going to really get on before I think we should wrap this thing up. Let's talk about grippy G10 and jimping.
Tactical.
Hate it all.
Fuck it all. Exactly. Fuck it all.
Operator with gloves.
Operator. He said operator.
Operator with gloves.
BJ, what do you do for work?
Welder.
Welder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I ask that is because every time BJ sends a picture, BJ's got the dirtiest hands in the world.
I know.
His
Yes.
shit's like all callous like mine, but he's always got dirt in it, right? So I knew he did something with his hands. BJ's a motherfucking welder. Okay? BJ, you like jimping?
No, I like slick titanium. No
Thank
jimping.
you, BJ. Go. Someone argue. Look, I got burnt hands from being in the kitchen. BJ's a welder. He's a fucking welder. If there was ever a more manly job with your hands than a welder, I don't know what is. Get rid of jimping. I'm tired of jimping. He's tired of jimping. We both got beat up hands. Leave the jimping alone. Fuck grippy G10. Fuck all that shit. All it does is tear my pocket up and fuck with my what little feeling I have left in my hands. Fuck jimping.
Yes.
Operator.
Yes.
Operator.
Operators. He's like, operators, man. We need it. We need that jimping. We need grippy G10.
I want a flashlight as a backspacer in my knife.
That was awesome. I want a flashlight as a backspacer. I want a monkey wrench as a backspacer. That was so good. It's like fucking stupid.
Here's my
I want
take
the
on
blade to
G10.
shoot out the front when I hit the button.
Go ahead, BJ.
Here's my take on G10. All the hard use fixed blades and chef knives that people use always have slick freaking handles. Why do you need checkered G10 to cut into your hand the whole time?
Yep.
Mic drop, BJ. This is where you mic drop and walk like. Thank you.
Because
you.
checkered looks like a race car, and race cars are cool.
Checker looks like a race car and it's
All right.
fat.
Have any of you guys ever handled a Benchmade Contago?
I have one.
Yes.
How much do you hate it, Steve?
Huh?
How much do you hate it?
It's a stupid ass knife. It's dumb. Makes no sense.
That knife is a 4-inch. It's like the best way I can explain it. It's like a super-sized 940 that they added super grippy like sandpaper G10 to, and then added jimping everywhere that you don't want jimping.
It's tactical.
Okay, you see this knife right here? This is in for. I'm doing some sharpening on this from my buddy. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was a like a waiter at one of the sister restaurants that I was a chef at. I used to call him Grande Gringo. He's this big ass redheaded kid. He hit me up. He saw me on Instagram. He hit me up. He was like, "Yo, chef, could you sharpen my knife?" This is his Contigo. Okay, he works as like an amateur welder, DJ. He's getting into it, right? Okay. This knife has no thumb studs anymore because they fell out. This knife probably has enough lint in it to make a sweater. He's got an H&K clip on it because his other one fell off.
Yep. With only 2 screws, might I add.
With 2 screws. Yeah, 2 screws. And this thing's got so much. This is an older model. It doesn't have the jimping here, but it's got that god-awful jimping here where it just digs into the back.
Oh, it doesn't have the jimping at the bottom?
At the bottom it does, but not right here.
No, that's what I meant. Like, you normally have it there, and then at the back, it's like all the way down the bottom of the knife. If you grip hard, it just shreds your hand.
Yeah, I just sent one to my buddy DJ and Blades. But yeah, this knife without that jimping is great. It's awesome. With this jimping, bro, without gloves, you ain't used to this thing, dude. Look at.
So about the thumb stud thing, can we talk about that for a second?
What, the thumb studs?
I had a Benchmade show up to the shop with no thumb studs in it. It was a Benchmade Barrage, no thumb studs, but the thumb studs were in the box. It was like assemble your own knife kit. I'm betting it just kind of backed out in shipping, but what the fuck?
They're like, this is your, you got this, bro. You got this.
So lucky for them, I grabbed a little bit of blue Loctite and grabbed my Torx drivers and just kind of put it on there. But at first, I was like, this thing doesn't have thumb studs. I was like, how do I open this thing? Is this a new auto barrage?
Access log back, huh? Yeah. That's epic, man. You should have put that shit up.
No, I don't want to get in trouble for that kind of stuff.
Get in trouble. Rick, I love you, Rick Hinderer.
Ugh. Rick hates me.
Hey, we were actually nice to Rick last episode.
We were.
Huh?
Listen, I have no...
Nice to Rick on last episode.
Rick, if you want to send me any knives, I'm cool, man. I'm not like this asshole who downplays you. You know, him and Alex over here, these two assholes, I love your knives. I was carrying one today.
They're not Rick's knives. They're his employees and his CNC machine knives.
I'm just saying, Rick Hinderer, I'm a big fan of your knives. If you want to send me some knives for free, I'm all for it. It's cool. I'm not like, don't associate me with these two assholes.
You know what, Rick Hinderer, if he was a real fan of yours, he would actually pay for your knives. He wouldn't ask for a free one.
Yep.
Rick, if you want
like Alex.
Rick, I'm here. Don't ignore them. Ignore the peanut gallery, Rick. Send me free knives if you want to. I'm a big fan.
Alex actually went out and spent over $700 for a 3-inch XM18.
Alex is just bitter. He's bitter. I had great customer service. Don't listen to Alex. He has commandments. He doesn't know shit. Rick, we could do big things. I'm here for you. Look, it was in my pocket today. I love your knives, Rick. You're listening. Don't listen to Alex. He's just a hater. Fine. Doesn't even own one of your knives.
Poor misguided Steve.
Huh?
I'll take them if they're free.
Yeah.
BJ's a fan too. If you want to send him and make a young man real happy, please, by all means, send BJ one of those too. He's all for it, man. He's not like these other guys.
Send him my Gen 6 that sucked. It'll change his mind.
Savage!
Damn.
So hang on, I got one more thing I want to talk about.
All right.
Just popped into my head. Let's talk about bearings riding just on plain titanium. Bearings riding on plain titanium.
You mean like without the washers on the inside to protect?
Yes.
I don't know what to say about that one. I mean, all I have to say is one thing.
Okay.
You guys all listening?
Yep.
I'm listening.
Operator.
Operators don't need steel, bitch.
I don't know. I think that's another kind of semi made up problem.
I disagree.
I don't know, Tom. If it's rolling on bearings, then why is it something? Why do you need a spacer there if it's rolling on the titanium? It's not rubbing on the titanium, it's rolling on the titanium.
What if one of those bearings gets seized up by lint?
So
if it's a pocket inside the titanium, how does lint get in there?
Inside the knife, if it gets down inside the knife like any other knife.
Well, yeah, but then the bearings are usually, is it not a washer with balls in it?
Let's talk about the Benchmade Anthem.
Let's talk about balls.
Or the Jesus Christ, you had to say it. Let's talk about the balls. Anthem or your Gen 6. So the Gen 6 on one side has the bearings are milled into the blade. The other side, the bearings are milled into the scale.
Okay.
So on the blade side, you could technically still get to the bearings. On the one where it's milled into the pocket or milled into the scale, you can't.
So
like
out
as far
the problems that you can think of for a knife with bearings on the pivot, you think of pocket lint?
I'm just saying, you said that. Hang on. Hear me out. Someone in the comments is going to get what I'm saying here. Hear me out.
Somebody might. Let's go. Come on.
So, you said that it's not a big deal because they're rolling over it. I said, what if it seizes up? What if dirt or lint gets inside of that bearing and seizes it up, and all of a sudden it is dragging?
Dirt. Now you're adding dirt. Now we're.
I'm just saying. These are things that.
Now,
these are things that can come into contact with your knives on a daily basis.
Well, so how is a spacer on the outside protecting the titanium going to make any difference with that, Tom?
Because you're not wearing out the titanium. If it wears out the titanium, you have shitty tolerances because it no longer fits correctly. My Gen 6 XM18, I hate to bring this knife up, but god damn it, it has all the problems I hate. It was wearing a literal track into the titanium, and actually from where it was actually tightened down at the factory, you could see little ball indents in the titanium from where they tightened the pivot down too much. So as you're rolling that blade back, you could feel it getting stuck in those little divots.
Well, you shouldn't have bought a shitty knife, Tom.
Hey. There we go. Now I'm asking. Shitty knife, Tom. Put that shitty knife right next to your participation trophy for being the second loser.
I don't know. You know, like, this is not something that's going to be a problem in my main life, because if I'm going to do anything that's going to require like that much dirt or that much lint, I'm going to go just take a fixed blade, you know, like.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
I am one of those. A fixed blade is a real knife, Tom. In case you didn't know.
Hey, I got nothing against fixed blades.
I like using folding knives. No. Do you see operators using folding knives?
Operators.
Steve Tarani.
Operators.
Steve Tarani.
Oh, you see, he's not a real operator. He's an internet operator.
Lynn Thompson.
Lynn Thompson has a freaking katana shoved down his underwear that he takes out at any time.
He can just hide
fixed blade.
He can hide that underneath of his gut.
I know. He's usually got 2 or 3 fixed blades with him. Lynn Thompson is a fixed blade guy.
I'm just saying.
Operator.
Listen. Listen. I'm just saying, for everyday carry, if you're going to be using this knife day in, day out, I don't know. It's just not a good idea.
Do you torque on your knife that much that you put that much pressure on the titanium, Tom?
No, it's opening and closing. You're wearing out that titanium.
I've never had that problem, ever.
Well, you also have like 95 knives to shift through.
Exactly. That's the answer, Tom. That is the answer.
You only carry a knife for 3 times a year.
Yeah, well, now it's going to be 4 times a year because I've been downsizing it. Okay?
So the only reason... Here we go. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
It might be a made-up issue. It just scares me because I never thought it was an issue until I had that hinderer where it was wearing.
I'm not saying it's going to be a completely made-up issue, but I don't think... I think it would take years for anything like that to happen.
Lots of opening and closing. That's another one I'm worried about, Steve, is my Anthem like that.
Okay, here's the thing. Ready? And this is only from my personal experience with this knife. This is an integral knife. This is the Anthem. This has bearings. When I got this is on loan from Elliot at Sharp Thinking.
Mm-hmm.
When I got this knife, when it rolls, when I drop it, you can feel the bearings roll, right? Yep. When I first got it, you can feel it a lot. So I just did what any bro would do, is I took the knife down and went to clean it for him. When I went to clean this knife, the second I pulled it out, there was glitter everywhere, like I just came back from the strip club. The second I pulled it out and saw that much glitter, I knew there was something probably wrong. Titanium riding on steel bearings is a matter of, just like anything else, how well it's done.
Yeah.
How the titanium is heat treated, how it's done, is going to make a big difference. This particular knife, okay, when I took this knife apart, the bearings that were in here had seized up from the get-go, because Elliot thought that he thought there was a bearing race in here that had gotten crushed. There's no bearing races. It runs straight up against titanium, which makes sense.
It's beautiful.
It's an integral. And what had happened was the bearings had seized, and there is literally tracks dug into both sides of this titanium, and the bearings have flat spots on them from grinding up against that titanium. I think this is just like a lock bar insert. You have a company that treats the titanium properly and makes sure the bearings are free floating and riding properly, you're not going to have that problem. In this case with this Benchmade didn't do that. These steel bearings were seized, and from, I don't know, a year and a half of opening and closing this knife, they literally dug not only tracks in the titanium, but flat spots on the bearings themselves. T64, yeah. This T64?
That's Anthem. That's the Anthem paperwork.
All right, yeah. So that's what happened on this particular model. This particular model has tracks dug into. I literally thought it was a bearing race. I stuck a screwdriver in there and tried to pop them out because they were so even.
Yeah.
I thought for a second that it was intentional, and then when I shined a flashlight in there, I could see there were some couple missing spots where it didn't quite dig in as deep. But I think it's a matter of how the company does it. Just like a steel lock bar insert, this knife right here by Rick Hinder, this Hinderer knives, and this Strider, you want to talk about lock bars? This has a carburized lock face, which means there's carbides added to the lock face, and this has no lock stick whatsoever, no matter how hard I press on it.
Carbide tear out.
Huh?
Carbide
Carbide tear out on your lock face, yeah. And this Strider, if I push down on it, it gets lock stick real bad because the lock face is not treated. So I think it's a matter of manufacturing.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you with certainty, I've seen it with my own eyes, this knife has tracks dug in because of the...
Yeah, and that's the only thing I'm worried about is if a company doesn't treat it right like that, like the Hinderer I had, it definitely could be an issue in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, this is an integral, so if you have a typical knife, I don't know how that would play. This, I understand it's an integral, and they can't mill pockets, you know what I mean, to put rate or anything like that. I don't know. Integral is a whole different world I'm not familiar with, so I don't know. I'm just saying on this knife, it rides up against titanium, and it was an issue.
Yeah.
For sure.
Operator.
If you're an operator and you're out in Afghanistan and you're prying open fucking ammo crates with this Anthem, don't do it. It will dig into your tie. I'm sure that's what you're thinking about when you're getting shot at. Just saying. Sure, that's a real thing.
That's the title of this episode. All right? Since we don't have
Operator?
Operator in quotations.
Okay, we can do that.
Operator.
All right. So we're up to our normal 9 o'clock Eastern here.
That dick clip, though.
The dick clip, yep. All right, boys.
And I got a clip that is just for that dick clip.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Put it up to the side. Put it up. There we go. Yeah. What does BJ got? Oh, there we go. Oh, BJ got a special clip.
That's my deep carry clip that I modified to put on, or to fit on there.
Garbage. What's wrong with a dick clip, huh? You got a problem with a dick clip?
For everyday carry, I hated it.
Look at how well ribbed that is.
It is. For my pocket's pleasure.
What's wrong with you, man? You can't appreciate all that titanium milling action? Look.
Hey, I 110% appreciate it. The retention is terrible, though.
This retention's phenomenal.
Put it in your pocket and see how much it slides before it actually grabs.
Okay, ready?
Go to pull it up and see how much it slides before it actually grabs.
You listen, hold on.
I know you can hear the tink.
Listen. You hear that?
The thing is it slides all the way to that point, though. That's what I didn't like.
What are you talking? This is a great clip.
Everyone hates that clip. I hate it.
Everyone hates that clip because they're homophobic and got a problem.
That's why I modified.
This doesn't bother me. I'll rub. Rubbing that dick clip. I don't give a shit. Oh, homophobic dick clip haters. Look at it. Touching it.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a genie in the lamp. Look at it.
This is what this podcast has become.
Look at it.
I'm going to deploy the knife too fast.
Watch this. Snap! Oh, and it comes out so quick.
Jesus Christ.
You go rub that thing so hard it's going to turn into an OTF.
Look at it. TJ said it. Nothing wrong with the dick clip. Leave the dick clip alone. Dick clip's great. Look how fast it comes out now.
Here's a good question for you, Steve. So this is from Atomic Edge.
What?
He goes, what do you think of people comparing cardboard tests to yours when cutting with the grain of the cardboard? You cut with the grain, though, don't you?
I cut with the grain. BJ, didn't you have crazy shit results or something when you did it one time against the grain?
I cut against the grain.
BJ? Didn't you?
Oh, yeah, with that D2, yeah.
Yeah, he had like half the results of something when he did one with the grain or against the grain. Here's my thing, and again, this is just a theory. So I use double wall cardboard. What did you say?
I talked to Tom about that too. Remember?
Yeah.
I read that. Yeah.
So I just do it I just do it in the same motion, right?
It's easier to cut.
If you look at, can you see? There we go. Okay. So I do it with the grain. You see those little waves, right? Double wall cardboard. Yeah. Okay. So those go all the way through here, all the way back. So if I cut with the grain, right, I'm running through all that cardboard in between. If I run through it this way, I'm still cutting through all that in between. Whether it makes a difference or not doesn't really matter. If you cut with the grain, here's the thing. When I do the tests, I do them in a manner where anybody can try them at home. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point. If you cut cardboard with the grain a lot, then do the test. Do the test yourself and find out what happens. You know what I mean? If it comes up being less or more, it's just a parameter is all it is. I do them all with the grain so you get an idea of what the parameter. I don't turn every fucking pizza box I get with the grain when I cut it. You know what I mean? Like, I just cut shit. I don't really think about it. So if you're at home and you cut it with or against the grain, go for it. Just tell me what you get. Like, I don't. That's my thing. The reason I sharpen the way I sharpen for the test, the reason I use the cardboard I use for the cardboard for the test is just so anyone can try it at home. If you get different results, cool. Tell me about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this is all about.
Well, here it is, Steve, because I cut against the grain, and I always have because I thought it was going to be more abrasion, like Atomic Edge is saying. And we get almost identical results.
Yeah. Well,
I don't really think it matters.
Yeah, well, that was my thing. Was like I said, you can see that little up and down pattern, right? Yeah. So it goes this way, right? But it also goes this way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're still cutting the same amount of cardboard.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it doesn't really make a difference. Now, the only reason I'm questioning that is because BJ, the guy right there, had a different result when he did it. Now, it was with D2. D2's kind of like, I don't know how many times he sharpened it or whatever, but I'm not going to. He said he got what he got. I believe he got what he got. You know what I mean? So the only reason why I think it could make a difference is because of the guy right there. he told me he got a different result, so I believe him. So maybe I'll try it one day and see what happens if there's a difference. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I'll even say that in the test. Sometimes it could be a matter of between a fourth and a fifth sharpening, or a third and a fourth sharpening, or there's with the fatigue steel thing, that's a big thing. So there could be a bunch of shit. So, but the only reason I bring it up is because I know he did it and I know he got a different result.
It's interesting for sure. I got to run a test like that, going both ways one of these days.
I'll just
Oh, Tom, you go both ways.
Jesus Christ. God. Oh, well. It's fine. It's fine, Steve.
I'm not. I don't judge your alternative
Hey,
lifestyle.
Alex is the one he said he's got a man crush on you.
Look, I got a man crush. I got a man crush on fucking Alex. What are you talking about? Grown ass men. We don't have a problem admitting that, Tom.
Hey,
Tom, you're the one that's insecure with yourself.
you know what?
I have a man crush on you too, Tom, but you cut your hair.
I
Yeah.
know. What the fuck, Tom?
I look more like a dude and less like a lady at this point.
I don't know. That's subjective right there.
That's subjective. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Me, DJ, Alex, we're comfortable with ourselves, Tom. We don't have a problem with that. It's 2019. We love you regardless, okay?
Appreciate that.
No matter
Regardless of
which
the
5 or
alternative life.
6 genders you are.
You won't give me a participation trophy though, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're the second. You weren't even the first loser. You were second place in losing.
Hey, at least I wasn't the 49th loser. You know?
It doesn't matter.
If you ain't first, you're last.
You ain't first, you're last, baby. I'm telling you. Okay, shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Shake and bake.
Big.
All day. All day. You ain't first, you're last. It's winners.
All right,
Winner.
boys. I got food waiting in the other room, so I think it's time to call it.
Like you cooked it.
I didn't cook it.
What'd you microwave, Tom?
It was reheated pizza, bro. I didn't make it.
See, it can wait. It's pizza.
No, I love pizza.
Yeah, bro.
All right, guys. For any of you guys that watched it live, I think we hit a record for like 12 or 13 watching live this time, which is pretty darn cool. I think it'll keep going up. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for participating in the chat. This is definitely the most comments we've ever had on it, which is super cool.
BJ shows up and everyone's like, I want to get online.
Yep. Thank you, BJ, for joining. And if you guys are listening or watching live right now, go follow him on Instagram. What's your handle on there, BJ?
It's BJ Hill _7, I think.
I think so.
Oh my God. How many BJ Hills can there be?
Only a couple.
Doesn't BJ sound like a country music singer?
Could
He
be.
looks like Zach Brown.
Could be.
Zach Brown. Too bad
That's awesome.
So hopefully next week's episode's a little bit more organized and we have an official topic. And hopefully G comes back wherever he's at.
Yeah, he's MIA.
Oh, I forgot about 11 G. I forgot about G. Where'd G go? Gerald, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
Call, no show. No call, no show.
No call, no show. 1-4 G, you're getting fired. You get written up.
Yep. He's going to get it right up. He's going to get disciplined here soon.
You're going to get written up. Don't make it.
I don't think he gives a shit.
I'm going to stop shouting him out in my videos.
I think BJ's like totally correct. He's like, I don't think he gives a shit at all.
He leaves halfway through anyhow.
Yeah, G's watching right now in a fucking Moulin Rouge mask, laughing at us all. You guys keep saying that shit. You watch what I do.
Anyhow,
For the last 2 seconds, I heard y'all.
Yeah, I listen to you guys. Y'all did that on Saturday? Man, that's crazy. I forgot all about it. I was eating dinner.
anyhow, guys, thank you for listening. Episode 8 was kind of a clusterfuck, but we'll figure it out for next time. Maybe we won't. Maybe it won't. It's more fun this way, kinda.
It is. This is fun. It always turns in. What are you talking about? It's clusterfuck. It always turns out like this.
That is true.
We'll have a subject next week. I'll come up with something.
Definitely. Alex keeps us in line.
I know. I completely stepped out of it this week. Like I barely even looked at knives to talk about.
I texted BJ. I was like, "What do you think about topics for this episode?" He sends me this couple. He goes, "I don't know. This shit's hard."
Let's talk about knives.
Yeah, that's what I said. What do you want to talk about? Knives.
Yep. Sharp things.
What about knives? Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about karambits.
Yeah.
Operators.
Operators.
And balls.
All right, boys.
And balls.
And balls. Yeah, let's talk about balls.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. And if you're listening to this, you guys should definitely get in on the live stream. It's every Sunday 6 p.m. Eastern. Wherever else you guys are, you're going to have to figure out the time zone thing. That's up to you. I'm calling out you, Nadeem, because the one time he thought we were live streaming at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and he goes, I'm so excited for the stream. I'm like, dude, that was 3 hours ago. He's like, fuck.
Time 3 o'clock, guys. Pacific time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and what's Central time?
2
It'd
hours.
be 5. It'd be 5. Central's 5.
So 3 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock Standard Time.
And then 4 Mountain.
4 Mountain?
You never heard of Mountain time?
You guys go figure that shit out. I know where I'm at and what time it is.
That's what I said. You
Nobody
wanted to try and help people.
I was trying to help, but it's too confusing.
It is, exactly. Anyhow, guys, see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya. Thanks.
Mhm.